had an incredible run. I can't remember exactly which major it was at, but made top 8 with this Jacko.
Yes,
it might have been
100%.
TNS 9, possibly?
I think it might have been. Definitely very, very strong, though.
Yeah, it was a recent one earlier in the year last year.
I like the name, Noob Breaker. That's a pretty intense name for the first place. Like, to get that high, usually if you have that name, you're usually pretty shit. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're usually pretty trash if you have the name Noob Breaker. So, I like how they're bucking the trend. And on the Jacko, which this matchup has been historically terrible and continues to be, it looks like.
That is
so
definitely
in the corner. What do you do?
That's definitely an Xbox Live, like, auto-generated name.
Yeah, like, you've had that since, like, you're 13 years old.
Yeah.
He's, like, 35, has a wife and kids, and keeps it, though. I like that energy. More touch.
Already in a very dominating position here. HAWZ didn't even get a chance to play the game.
Right off the start there, trying to go for the 2D. If you're going to go for 2D early in the round, I feel like you have to buffer it much earlier here. And slide head, while it can be effective if you make a good guess on her pulling a minion, a lot of the time she is too active to get hit by that.
Big body, big problems. About to get sent through the wall with the Elysium driver. Once again, HAWZ just absolutely helpless here. Hasn't had a chance to fight back.
Oh, this sucks. Some of the things you can do, send the minion behind him if you want to. Gets aggressive, baits out that person. Get the proper punish, so no big deal. Sends up the minion. Once again, up in the corner. Dust red RC. Easy victory. Golly. Is that perfect? Yes, it is.
I mean, Tap does pretty strong in those moments, able to get away with the round. I feel like mashing 5P and knowing how to break minions in non-committal ways is essential to Potemkin in this matchup. Whether it's 2P, whether it's 5P, whether it's going for the 6P if you're full screen, if you're ever letting more than one minion get applied and Jacko gets some amount of pressure on you, you've committed yourself to blocking for a good 6 to 8 in-game seconds. It's all about minion management on the opposite side.
And you just need to understand where you can actually utilize Y or C also. That's one of the most dire things about fighting this character. This is just like you mentioned earlier, right? If you don't know how to handle Jacko in the corner, it makes it look like you don't know how to play the game.
You have to pump up the bar and use it for defense rather than offense, which kind of sucks for Potemkin. He has some more ways to game bar and scoot forward to do so, but it sucks that you have to use that for defense more often. Also, if I'm not mistaken, 5P and 2P aren't able to solo or something happened to them to make them a little bit weaker on Potemkin's side. If I'm not fully mistaken.
2P is like a tiny bit worse, but 5P, he's still chill.
5P so good, so you just use 5P.
That's the button, man.
And you see HAWZ is trying to come up with different ideas here, too. That was an incredible stall in the air to prevent the minion from getting eaten by the slide head.
Just the back dash. Look at that 5H. Love to get the knockdown.
Oh, you can see we're already mixing in shield throws to stop the minions a little early here. We are so ahead of the game on how we're going to answer these throws.
I think there's a point that where HAWZ might just have to start trying to use Gigantic High once you get 50 meter in neutral, just so you can walk down Jacko and she can't send out minions, right? It's just a free win neutral super for 50 meter, but we need to do something here to come back.
I mean, you have to get aggressive to get any sort of bar at this point because what do you have? Nothing to your name right now. By the time that might happen, they're so low in health. But I agree, like that's your offense starter. Your defense, though, something has to give. Oh my God. RC instead overhead it looked like, dash up throwing the FD, and we're hitting almost dead. Almost made it out.
Yeah, that was kind of a no-win situation there. No way Potemkin is going to be able to take down full health Jacko without at least taking a single touch.
Yeah, I mean, the rundown there gets a little bit awkward, but I definitely agree. We need to be committing meter in more of those moments, as well as maybe mix in a little bit more of deflect shield. As well as, there was a moment where we didn't even really do anything fancy on defense. We just stood our ground, we held FD, and we made enough room to where Jacko had to reset. But in that moment where the pressure got reset, we didn't get anything from it. But it's not going to matter because we're going to put her to sleep.
Bedman? Hey, I like this. You can survive a lot more with this character. A lot more health to him. And they lessen his damage in some areas, but his normals and his versions are a little bit better. I actually don't want to play him. I saw GC Yoshi playing him recently.
That's my goat.
That was an incredible run.
Yes.
That's my goat. I love GC Yoshi, man.
The most important thing here is that Bedman has the option to actually harass Jacko from far away, preventing her from setting up those minions from full screen.
And, I mean, while we talk about Jacko's corner pressure, may I introduce you to Bedman, one of the strongest corner pressure characters in the game, who also has that hidden passive of, if you don't know how to play defense against this character, if you don't know where to block, where to push block, where just blocks are more appropriate, how to FD, you're going to get mauled.
Oh, absolutely. Get over the zoning game, too, as well, with the fireballs. Fast with them. Easy entry point. Way different than what Pot would have to deal with. He's looking for like a slide head. He's looking for a 2D knockdown, as y'all mentioned.
The real secret about Season 4 is that this character is kind of cracked now.
the best it's ever been.
Just no one plays Bedman to really, like, you saw the potential that was given there by GC Ocean. You're seeing that HAWZ immediately switching to Bedman, getting that round, and is in a pretty good position here at the moment. Well, not in the corner, but...
So carries a similar issue. He didn't get better at Barry buttons, like his rewards better off, like 6P is better, his 2P is better too as well. Like that happened last season, I should say.
Yeah, no, he's just he continues to climb, but the problem is that he's climbing from he was bottom 1, bottom 2 at one point, so it's been a long climb for him, but you know he's still improving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that HAWZ still needs to improve the defense here against Jacko. Easier said than done, but just still getting mauled once we get our back foot into the corner.
Deflect shield might still have to be thing that has to be on the table. You know, save that bar for something else for damage, whatever it may be. Deflect shield might have to be the way to play, especially when they get nice and close. I like that jump back fireball. However, you are putting yourself up in the corner, so defensively not so good.
Boy, knockdown with the soccer kick, is able to go straight in. Elysium driver, hard knockdown. The potential for it. No, actually still in the corner here, was a little too far.
Yeah, the wall bounce there allows Jacko to keep the opponent cornered, which is so valuable. But HAWZ going coast to coast, just needs to find one hit. There's the throw.
Double empty throw. Go for another one, a little bit too greedy and needy for that grip. Red RC, to get the shimmy, does so with the close slash. H Ender try to wild assault. We'll get the 2D for the chase down on the walk back. And Noob Breaker, breaking even more noobs throughout this bracket.
Available for this sit down, but it looks like we're into our first match, and right away we're gonna get a little bit of Zato versus Potemkin action, and Zato was our hero last week in Poncho. Shout out to Poncho.
The top 8.
But right now, Brian coming through with the Zato run. S-Gift getting the flick.
Push him away a little bit, nice and close, 5P, tossing his body out for the plus frames up in the corner. It's not where you want to be. Well, RC, let me free for a little bit. Let's get some distance. So now, Zato, he's better, but not better enough for Jonathan Tourney to go back to him. You know, I watched his stream and I was like, you gonna play the character? He said no, an emphatic no.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, we have meter here, and that's another thing that's really important in this matchup here is we do have a ton of multi-hitting normals from max distance, so you can't break a lot of these different armored approaches, but it doesn't matter. When you're in the corner, you're on your back, and you're in the pot buster.
Yeah, I mean, that's Potemkin's just massive offense, can blow through Little Eddie as well. Flick is such a good tool, or going for things like 2P, able to combo into the Potemkin buster there.
All it takes a few interactions too as well. Nice and close to Flick, right again, looking for the Eddie to come out. But we are able to get out, able to get a counter hit, 2D knockdown, looking for this man. We put up in the blender, 6H.
Oh, and great use of Eddie there. You have to really balance between the summon and the unsummon. You don't want to just blow all of the Eddie gauge at once.
Oh, but looping the Commandos, this is a big part of the new game plan coming out for the character because we do get a guaranteed full gauge, taps the dust, and is easily able to break, but no hard knockdown.
Yeah, no super, at the bar for it. But they didn't use it, they used it for the BRC 6P. One more interaction, the fake, I'm trying to go the throw hole, no back throw incident, the classic.
Bro, just mashing on the 5P into the RC. Now gonna be able to pop this super here. Should be able to get the kill with the extra damage.
No! Ow. That's one more interaction, back off. Do something long distance, I like that. My kind of relationship.
Yeah, at that point, meaty Pierce 1, guaranteed. You gotta wake up holding FD. It's the only possible option in that moment there. And had the right idea with the 5P, but unfortunately, well, I mean, fortunately for our Zato hero, the 5P not quite working at that angle.
Boy, armors through, nice and close. Goes for the jump in this time instead of a command grab. And the switch up.
Yeah, the neutral here just a little scrambly for S-Gift. Hasn't quite been able to establish a solid offense here. Oh, yep, and then just break the law. The break the law buffs have been so good for Zato, making him a nasty character.
Side switch over again. Into the super, Sacred Sword, not gonna kill. One more interaction will, so we have so many different options here. Dash up throw, set up little Eddie to cover the distance, put him back into the core, deflect shield, but how much more can you take at this point? YRC, but nah, that was the hardest to read.
I respect it though, it gets you out of the corner, it gets you back to, you know, neutral real estate, it has to hold the FD there and match the 5P. What a trade, actually.
Yeah, scary option to go for, but comes right out of the ground and scores the throw. That's game number 1 down for Brian.
Extremely back and forth, but in the end, utilizing a lot of these tools as effectively as you need to in the matchup, breaking the armor in all the right places. You know, everything kind of coming up his way. It's a tough one for Potemkin for sure. It definitely was worse in other versions of the game, but I feel like Zato still he's got enough to cook.
I mean, if we see a Zato in the most stacked like brackets that we see every single week, right, in TNS, he's got to be okay enough to cook, as Proxy had mentioned, as Jabra had mentioned both last week. Everybody can cook, and I believe it. You know, if you see that character up in the top 8 spot, I think it's possible. Dash up 6B, round start with the jump D in between the burst. Oh, we have that BBFZ sort of thing right now. Hyper transmission.
Speeding on through, is able to get the sword on this one though, secures the hard knockdown and a ton of life off the table already. Things not looking super good here, and we get the command throw. I like the little...
We're playing Guilty Gear Strive Super Turbo.
I can't deal with it.
Oh my god, it's still going.
No, I can't. I would not be able to.
And scoring a perfect there for Brian as well, just overwhelming offense with the Zato 1, managing that Eddie gauge to picture perfect perfection.
The 2D knockdown, the dust opens him up, close slash to H, the dash up, the sun goes for the far slash. Heavier attack now, so way better to poke without that distance, but like mid-range, outside, long range. Super to lock enough for the plus frames.
It's just so difficult to swing back for a big body like Potemkin in the corner, right? Zato being able to put up things like a pose or just throw out Eddie to take the hit.
Oi, a little too far away, doesn't quite get there. Still fine, even on the invite hell. Jump back J8 is pretty good, but it doesn't get nearly as much as we need, and the armor again does not work out. Really, really nice to utilize a jump cancelable normal in that moment as you close the distance. So smart.
Also, shout out to Cycle coming through with a 30. We see you, and all the codes coming through as well. Y'all can contribute for free. Exclamation match. We're going to put that in the chat just like that. You have a way to pay these players for free until we run out of the codes, and you can also send some from your pocket if you'd like to while you're enjoying this great Guilty Gear action. And again, it's great to see the variety. Even in pools, you know, you see a lot of characters. You know what? Let me scale that back a bit. I've seen a lot of characters in pools throughout every season of this game. But now at the top spots, we're seeing even more variety no matter what, though.
Exactly. You're seeing on average about 7 to 8 characters of variety in top 8, sometimes 9 characters in top 8, right? With players who have an extra pocket character for certain matchups.
Little speed racer action once again comes through with the frog, is able to find those mix-ups here. And that's one of the things. I feel like the neutral is greatly improved from Potemkin, but it doesn't really matter if you're flat on your back and having to block. Zato will get the job done.
Right. A lot of defensive things that get blown up here. And Zato has been so many ways to eat through armor, so it may not even matter, especially the things like this command grab as well. Try to FD too often. As you mentioned, builds up that Eddie with the quickness in their previous seasons.
Yeah, that's why you saw earlier skip was willing to use Heavenly Potemkin Buster just to escape from the corner, right? It's just a good tool, one of his only few tools to actually get out. I'd like to see a little bit more Mega Fist attempts, though.
Okay.
Reversal back Mega Fist is a very, very potent tool, especially in the corner, like you said. I really, really like that.
Maybe also catch Eddie, you know, if it's another approach and weigh in. Or they try to go for like far slash, maybe they'll hit that far slash and be able to get a knockdown to be able to go to town, maybe get a command grab right after.
Plus, if it trades, if it counter hits on the opponent, it knocks him down. So the trade's still good, so you'll get up about neutral usually.
I'll take that any day. Considering what's happening right now, not so beneficial.
Yeah, just constantly getting counter hit specifically by that 5H. Whether skip is going for any kind of wake-up button there or trying to go for any kind of reversal option, it's just not working out. There's a nice throw, though, but the burst comes out immediately.
The control that this Zato player has. Could have backed off, actually went in after the burst situation, which was beneficial for them. Garuda, command grab. This could all turn on its head. Hold on now.
You're dead.
You might be dead. Oh, you are right.
Just enough. I mean, the multi-hit to the grip to be able to break through the guts, it's massive in that moment. Plus, it's one of the only moves in the game that has a guaranteed wall break if it's within range, always.
All right, trying to go for the flick. I love using flick there. It's just a poking tool. Obviously, its properties have changed a little bit, right? But still a very solid tool all around. In fact, I see Potemkin players using it a lot more than they did in the past.
Some distance, and again, you have to get into this bar to work with. Red RC cancel the Garuda. Staggering, look for the 2D. YRC gets him some distance. I like the Wild Assault just to keep the pressure on, to put him up in the corner and force that FD, force the bar usage so he has less on defense. Break the wall.
Yeah, that 5D, though, constantly connecting. You want to talk about Happy Chaos gun into 5D. Zato with Eddie into 5D is nearly as potent.
We're committing to a little bit too much brute force jump forward actions from Potemkin, though a lot of the times JH can be effective, but it's more of a jump scare, less of a brute force tool here. And now into the high-low, that's Eddie-less Zato pressure. That was all Eddie-less in the corner there.
And by his own hands.
Yeah, with the threat of that 50 bar on it as well, right? You never know when he's going to actually RC or if he's going to run up for the command grab. Just a really difficult situation for skip, and unfortunately he's going to go down 3-0 in the very first set here of Monday Night Strive.
More than 2 characters at high level and be successful.
Well, speaking of these 2 characters, we have the strongest sorcerer in history versus the strongest sorcerer of today, Bloodsayan up against Umibozu.
Umibozu. What a name, Umibozu.
Hotashi, bro, come on. Hit the DMs, what's up? I see you.
You're not even local. Relax, bro. Stay in the
slice
Midwest.
Into the tap dust. Full reload here. Loving what I'm seeing so far already. And gets the curse applied too. That's sneaky.
Oh, but the YRC. Now watch out, 2D. You saw that earlier. Gunshot into tap 5B. That's what, 20 frames? We tested the reactions. I could have blocked that.
You are garbage.
Yeah.
you're just the worst.
Well, listen, reaction tests or not, I'm not blocking none of that. So
No.
neither are most of the players if you watch them. 6H though, dash up close to that starter, gravity falls. Unfortunately, we're in full screen. In the hard shots, who's going to get hit with this? Unfortunately, you are all stanced up to get put down.
Yep, Dark Magic attack working out well. Hits him with the rules. Good God. Easy with the overhead. Swinging the book as we go for the jump-in pull. What an anti-air.
Wow.
Yeah, and also, Umibozu was just throwing out a button while jumping, too. Was probably expecting an air-to-air situation with Bloodsayan. Hard call-out that ends up not paying off.
They're just kind of mashing, to be honest. Like, if you're just like, you don't know this matchup, not saying they don't, but I'm just in general, like, you just want to have a button off just to get some distance with it. We'll run out the super, though. It's going to hit. But, you know, you mentioned Jacko being one of those characters that if you don't know how to fight, it'll make you really stupid. That man is one of them.
No, absolutely, but unfortunately the burst is baited there, and because we already had the gun out, it's a pretty easy way to be able to take it to the wall.
Jarvis said which one?
Oh my God, true, honestly.
But there we go, back throw into the RC, gonna be able to get the wall. No, doesn't go for the wall break. That's pretty smart there to hold on for some extra damage.
Yeah, especially, I mean, you have to assess the rounds, right? Because there's one round left over. If you can make it a situation where you can take the kill, just like this, that's so worth it. Why would you ever opt in to stand up neutral with Asuka again? Why would you ever pick that?
Right.
Even with the advantage of the mix-up, if he gets one good, if you do the predictable timing on your jump-in and he IBFDs it and you don't read it, he's back.
Especially with a full hand. Yeah. We were sitting on a full hand, ready to go.
Had bar at the bottom too as well. You know, we already saw what happened when he had pushed him full screen. Being able to get the advantage off, you're right. Kill that man where he stands.
The 30% of me, the 30% burst you give him back is not worth his life. It's simple math.
But those things, though, matter so much. Like, in terms of like meter management for yourself and the other player, it matters so much. Even more so, and I think that's why I like the game a lot more, too, as well. As it's gone on throughout the seasons, meter management of what they want to do on burst and what they're doing on their, taking away their resource, I should say, you know. So overall thing.
No, Season 4 has been the best this game has been here, and I especially like how much more interactive Asuka is as a character, right? I mean, here we go, Dark Magic attack, gonna get those plus frames.
Cue wall, my favorite.
What'd you get 2P? Nah, I 2P.
Uh-oh. Shields are off.
Yeah, this is where we make our money. Super focus, very good. And is able to find the low, sneaks it in with a steady aim, and is just enough with a sucker punch.
I like that. Keep that aggression going, especially on this character, as you mentioned. Without that mana, without that shield, looking a little fragile.
Yeah, that's the one balancing act that you have to play with this character. The auto mana.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The auto mana regen is not nearly as potent anymore. And so that original game plan you had of just get auto draw, auto mana, and then you win the round is just not the same anymore. It's still really strong.
Shot, pick up here, flex a wall, hard to utilize.
Look at the mana. We're in terrible position right now. It's got to find a way. It's going to have to sacrifice a little bit of life here. No, it's a throw instead. This is terrible. Again, another situation. You've got to burst at some point here.
It's going to happen too as see him stagger looking for it. Burst does come through. They stock up with the bullets again, though. 5P. No 2D just yet. There's the plus frames. They dash up throw soon. Wild assault. No, just to push him to the corner. Oh, you dirty son of a gun. The dust to go low right after.
Yeah, that's testing your opponent's reactions. That means you really believe that they have those solid reactions. And doing that in game number 2, getting a read on it in the first one is smart.
I know that Asuka in a lot of these situations doesn't have the normals to be able to contest as confidently against Happy Chaos, but we are letting an egregious amount of turn steals get away here. There's been a lot of like one normal, one bullet reload type of situations that are coming out from Happy Chaos here.
I mean, not only that either, but Umibozu is spending mana like a mono green player, you know, just no regard at all, tapping out constantly.
He said, listen, I'm at 5. I have no interactions. We're just moving along. It's all good.
Well, spin to win. I get it. But I would like to see some of Mario 2P. Whoa, back in it.
That's terrifying.
Fast-paced combat. Whoa, a Quincy bow.
So good, though. Playing a little bit of that Season 2 action, full screen, but we're able to get the connection there with the fireball. I like it.
Ooh, too far away for the 5D.
Oh, the shimmy? This character with Asuka? Okay, you're locked in.
You see his shoes, bro?
Oh, yeah, I see.
What shoes? Oh my god, J2K. Definitely looking good. Actually gets the burst out of him here. And honestly, I was going to say it's good that you got the burst out before the round ends, but it's looking like we're a contender in this one now.
Oh my god, and once again, Proxy, like you mentioned earlier, trying to keep Umibozu locked down in the corner.
That 5P, try to chase him down. I like how he did the air shot, just kind of keep him locked down, as you mentioned, but leaving that corner position so you can finally get your stuff off. It's a lot better. You know, I would like to see more of Bar A2P. As you mentioned, not the fastest almost in the business, but you don't want a lot of these things to go where they're just kind of running their minus frames or even plus frames where they end their turn.
You have to rep.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, not only that, but maybe even a little bit more 2D, like in the mid-range game, right? That's really good to catch someone running at you, especially if Bloodsayan's going to try to get in with things like 6S.
A quick little reload, though. Applies the curse and gets the wall break. Tough situation coming up again. Back to neutral, but this is what we were talking about. Why would you ever want to play stand-up neutral with the man himself?
5D connects the rules again, but there comes the burst.
What's going to happen after that 6H? Shots to the Glock. IB to stay solid, stand on 10 toes. He tries to deflect, but immediate dash in right after. Finds a confirm.
Such is very smart, slicing through the guts, a pretty easy way to secure the kill there, and now putting things to potentially the deciding moment. Oh, it's just not getting better.
Oh, another deflect shield here just to make some room to toss out spells. Let's see what Bozu can do.
There we go. Oh, I mean, honestly, though, Happy Chaos player was the one that brought 2P. Asking from the Asuka player, wall stick, run the guns for some fun, and hit the Oki after this. They apply the gamer so I would assume. A lot of shots already. They go in.
No mana, we're going in.
You know
100%.
what? You're right. What am I saying?
Exactly.
Get
There's
aggressive.
not much that Umibozu can do here. Has a burst available, but has to think about spending it. Because you know what bait is coming. Oh!
Yeah, Goldburst going wide is a nightmare there. Takes the shot. It's not enough to kill. Focus is low, but I'm not sure what you can really do to get back into this one. Does apply some pressure and finds the overhead, but what is this going to turn into is the question. A knockdown, and then what?
Tried to go for the throw. That could have actually played out really well, but 6P hits. This is actually doable.
Burst. One off. Bar.
Not
Nice
anymore.
concentration. Yeah, this is a bad situation. Block from down the block. That's all you need. It was one shot, and what are you going to do?
That's one of the worst things that can happen is you're in that moment where you have less than, you have 25% meter left, and Happy Chaos takes aim and just goes, and just, no, he doesn't have to shoot, he just looks at you, and you're like, well, I have to have D.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and you're like,
the bar just goes down like this.
Please don't shoot me. Just hold
Do
it.
it.
Bro, that's an
Shoot me.
execution. Up against
It's
Archeron.
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 I'm going to go with what you said.
Acheron.
I like
what I'm
Archie
going.
and the Canadian.
There's no R, though, after the A and the C. Or
My
before the
eyes
A.
are bad. You can see further than me, so.
Here, you want to wear these?
No. Actually, let me try his glasses. Try his glasses right now.
no.
No, this doesn't help. Anyway, back to the match.
FD buys some room. Does use that double dash to get out of the corner, too. So now trying to apply some pressure of our own, but we actually whiffed on the card.
So we hit the 6P. Got some distance for a little bit. He's back in with a 6K. Counter hit, 5K pickup. Boy, look at the damage that's being dumped out.
Yeah, and Senga, again, it's been a while now since Season 4, but Senga getting nearly double the damage buff.
Yeah, but his health, though, right?
His health is good. That's Johnny.
Got meter, BRC forward, definitely like that. Goes for the the close exchange in the air, slow scoot, awkward situation, but we already buffered backdash.
You might have been able to do something big with that. He had the shimmy situation, didn't commit to the close slash or far slash at that distance. I'm not sure what it came out. Regardless, no button. Surprise. Hotashi will take it.
Nice with the 6P. Love the movement that we're seeing here from Acheron also.
Oh, I love that burst. Momentum blocks the DP as well, but a burst straight in response from Hotashi. I mean, listen, we've talked about Hotashi and his approach to this game. Listen, offense is the best defense. I'm going to press. What are you going to do about it?
Got FD in. You're praying for dear God.
Yeah, and if you miss your button, just RC it like Hotashi did there and get the hit anyway. Positive bonus now on the wall break.
Oh, yeah. He knows the ground of the game is just playing around them, trying to be not so passive. It gets the kill. But I like that Hotashi's understand this person is kind of rushing into their minds continuously. You're like, yes, Johnny's dash is insane. You know this. You love this.
I love it. This
probably one of the
character's
biggest buffs that have happened to a character in this game.
And and then in the most recent patch, they were like, Johnny is doing incredibly well, so you know, to kind of mediate that, we've made him destroy fireballs. He no longer has to deal with fireballs. Don't worry about it. All those fireballs you were running to, Johnny players, listen, man, we heard your outcries. You're good to go.
And with every patch, they give him more and more things from Exert. They give him more Exert tools with every patch. Soon he's going to get Baka's side. Just wait.
Oh, please.
Actually,
Man,
Mark, I know you're listening.
Don't do this.
It's going to make cards unblockable.
All right. Yeah, exactly. On the third card you blocked, it's level 3, baby.
Yes. Boy, 6P, able to get the counter hit. Burst, puts him up in the corner, does find the far slash starter. Card is out, the 2S, caught him lacking. Yo, let's get cracking. Hit him with the super, gonna get Oki after this.
Probably just going to go for a safe jump. Absolutely. Catches the backdash there from Hotashi. Or it actually looks like Hotashi pressed the button. The counter hit.
Twice in a row, Hotashi overextending a bit there on defense. But like we said, in the school of thought of Hotashi, I'm going to press in these moments. You're doing a good job of being able to make sure you get something from them. You always have to remember, a very important thing about all fighting games is that mistakes aren't mistakes if they go unpunished. So things like this, super important.
Tommy here, a Johnny player is definitely a little bit different. Using the bar also to switch it up.
I love the use of 6K we're seeing here as well, whether it be like a double dash into 6K or 6K into RC.
Throw sets it out. West. Again, FD. Way better defense. We didn't see FD before. We just saw them kind of take the stuff on block. Hotashi kind of run his game, but not anymore. Out of there.
Oh, we are slugging it out now. Misfire hits, and off of a counter hit misfire, you can go straight into the Joker trick.
It's all life. It's an opportunity. Maybe a little too reserved in that moment. Ends up spending the burst, though, so we still have control.
Everything whiffing. I feel like that foot was in him with the 2K. Doesn't get anything else. One touch. Oh, trying to go for the throw. Why that distance? It's the timing, the way Hotashi's playing.
That's really unfortunate. I like it, just trying to go for the throw there, threatening the RC. Rock the baby. Gonna catch.
That was a classic situation where you give your opponent too much credit, you play a little too defensively. In that moment, you're looking more to not make mistakes than win, and that really just lets players like Hotashi open things up. He's so confident. He will take those moments.
All right, go back to your flow state. Go back to the timing that you had previously when you were laying those far slashes, catching the back dashes, bringing on defense. We weren't thinking about it, you were just kind of doing it. Unfortunately, I think there's too much like thought process right now. Does get the 6K burst in play, though.
That 6K hits up so high.
It really does.
Just advancing anti-air. Nice, just a little fuzzy blocking going on there from Johnny. Is going to get tossed back into the corner, though. No combo from Hotashi, even with the yo-yo coming back.
IB. However, with the knockdown, Horizontal, I backdash too. Even at that distance, and Hotashi taking it. Archeon, I'm sorry, I keep saying your name wrong. Either way, I need to see more of what we saw in those previous rounds where they had that confidence. You could tell a very, very confident timing with their far slashes, their 2Ss, catching the back dashes, catching Hotashi, even 6K. People are like, oh, these are really cheap moves or really long-range moves. Why would you not use them? It's the timing that he's catching Hotashi and reading Hotashi where they probably don't even know that they're reading Hotashi at that time. They're not even like looking for it. It's just in flow state. Go back to that.
Yeah, 100%. But Hotashi's been doing a pretty decent job at kind of getting out of that range, getting out of that space, trying to get Johnny to whiff, because that's where Johnny really suffers, is he has a lot of recovery on so many of his moves.
Wait, hold on. Johnny can whiff?
He can.
With that dash?
It's not that he can't whiff. It's that what are you going to do about when he whiffs?
I'm messing.
I mean, you got yo-yos. You hit him with the yo-yos.
Okay.
She does have a better chance than other
happening now?
characters.
Right now she's getting hit.
Nice
Okay.
yo-yo, nice yo-yo, kid.
Nice 10% you take from me. I'm landing about 100.
Went so aggressive. The DP was from so far away. Another Joker's trick leaves us at just a pixel. And in this moment, get aggressive. Go get him. Yes.
Go, yes.
That's what you need to do. In a moment like that, make them play. Make them play defensively. Make them make choices. You need to be the one asking questions when your opponent's at a pixel.
Mm-hmm. That's something that Hotashi has said in some of his actual content. Like, you want to swing. Swing. All right, skate or die. He's in. 2S, I like the delay. Look at what he's going to do, but here's the back throw.
That was sick.
Ooh, yeah. And able to bait out the burst, and Senga is going to close out a game here, getting a point on the board.
I feel like I looked at my phone for 10 seconds and looked up and that game was done. That was crazy how fast that closed.
And what you mentioned, Proxy, about going in, forcing them to make decisions, that's kind of like the entire the entire point of Guilty Gear, right? They give you positive bonus for a reason when you break the wall. If you run away, you get negative penalty. The game is trying to push you to be aggressive, to go in and interact with your opponent.
My favorite fighting game analogy ever is the Daigo fighting games are a conversation. Let's not talk about analogies. He's back. How long has it been since we've seen Nagoriyuki? It's been a very long time.
He's so good, too.
He's really good.
Okay, wait. I've seen him on his stream, but as in tournament, it's been a while. It's wild because y'all are right. I think it takes a little more execution now with the car stuff. But the reward that you get for a car command grab for this character, look at this. The damage that's been nerfed for small things, like some of his other weaker buttons, is off-put by the heavier ones. He's still ridiculous in this season of Guilty Gear.
He's also the coolest he's ever been. Like
Actually, yes.
His risk-reward management and the way you have to play him now is so tight. This character's dope.
No more, you're just brainless playing. Oh, well, I mean.
They finally cracked the code with this character and figured out what he needed to be, right?
He's perfect.
And it's just an anime samurai showdown character.
Yeah.
He's perfect. It wouldn't be better. I don't know if you can improve him in terms of character strength, but he is just like, he's the perfect version of Nagoriyuki. I
100%.
love him.
High risk, high reward in the right sort of way. Fortunately, not able to anti-air in time. Blood not looking so good, so you can't use too many moves, but you do have that 5H that reaches full screen. Try to go for the bite. You're about to bust Red RC, 5K, 5H.
Look at the damage on that 5H. Woo. You can see that the way Nago plays now, he really rewards just good fundamentals and good counter poking, right?
Yes. Boy, up in the corner, though.
And look at the blood, too. Good luck,
he's
soldier.
Gonna pop.
Yeah, he's going to pop. He's going to bust. It's not even November. 6K.
Oh, God.
I was going to save that one for CEO Taku. Anyway.
Nah, better to get that out of the way now. Not the gold event.
They'll forget by the end
Yeah.
Take a step back. Close slash didn't quite find the mark. Johnny is able to take control here in the corner. The double IB, though, unfortunately doesn't turn into much.
Got to turn it a lot here, though, for Acheron.
Say my name. So, can do here. Set the card, of course. Oh, the fake out. You thought it was coming in. He didn't bait just for a little bit. RC burst to get some distance. Blood not looking so good. 2K, 2D. Gets a pop right after.
Oh, another pop. Really unfortunate there for Hotashi. And I have to wonder, just dropping a game, already being up 2, and then immediately switching? I don't know if that was necessarily the right play. The Bridget was doing just fine. But I do like the Nago.
Stop coaxing him into things that doesn't put Nago in the screen.
You're right.
Now he's going to switch, and it's your fault. This is your fault. No, he's back. Okay, he's back.
Yes, Nago. I mean, we mentioned what can you do when Johnny whips? What are you getting off in that exchange? For Bridget, not that much damage. We get a knockdown some distances. It's not that much. For Nago, it's a lot.
If you know what to do,
knockdown.
If you know what to do when Johnny whips, DM me because I haven't figured it out.
At least when you
play Slayer, and you'll figure it out.
Okay, there you go. Bar slash, got the poke, didn't get much afterwards. I love that aggressive Fukio forwards. Again, the same we saw as the Bridget, being the one initiating these interactions, taking control as often as possible. Not very much life left in this moment, but Johnny, he can still fight.
Look at that, the dash, enabling a better whip punch game for the character. Avoids the close slash, the far slash, catches the back dash. Fukio's in, midnight sack from Count Black. Can use these specials as much as you want. 6H was not able to kill, but the next hit will.
I mean, if he makes you block anything too, it's time to get, or the chance time music starts playing. But instead, it's going to be the air throw. Very, very nice. Again, setting it up now. Hotashi on set point, but full resources. And we're actually going to choose to use the Wild Assault straight away.
Okay, something a little bit different in terms of that pressure, but Hotashi holding tight. Defense out with the offense. 6H, bust, high enough to fly.
Optimal low-key.
Oh, the mix up, the jump H finds its mark.
You're still alive. 2 6H's. Look at that. That was 3 hits.
Oh, and mask back on. Deflect shield. No, and he just watches you and just, oh my God, the execution in the end. That's crazy.
Ed and Eddie playing exactly who you think he's playing. All right, on brand.
This has been another player who has been representing the Zato and doing incredibly well. Has multiple top 16 placements in TNS in recent memory. So, listen, I'm telling you, I'm not saying the character is broken. I'm not even saying the character is very good. But I'm telling you that Zato can get some results if you are the type of player that can make it happen.
That's true.
Eddie is the type of player who can make it happen. You're going up against the 208 Studio on the Millia. Classic matchup here.
Oh,
Don't these
6
two
feet.
hate, isn't there like, this is like canonically too, like,
They're exes.
oh,
I still ship them though.
oh, so they super hate each other.
Well, yeah, Millia killed Zato.
Ooh.
So, you know.
Me personally, no, I still ship them. I think they're
That's the
still good.
lore.
My headcanon, actually, they're still
It's
dating.
crazy.
Oh,
It's like they were
God.
together,
Cole,
and then
you
they
said
broke
a lot
up.
about yourself right there.
Did I?
I respect that.
And then Millia killed Zato, and then Eddie puppeteered Zato's dead body,
Okay.
and then Zato got resurrected. And
That's all cute, but that's in the wiki. In my fan fiction, it's a little bit different. They get saucy
Well,
anyway.
They're like kind of together now in a way, but Zato has no feelings except for Millia. It's weird, you know.
Is he
it's
like
messy.
cold
It's
or
messy.
never mind? Anyway, 2D knockdown
Nice high
in for the
low.
mix.
Thank you. Bring us back. Artemis Foul came back on the same side. Good use of the damage there. Closes the distance. Sticks out the chicken foot one more time.
Artemis. Oh, but it's going to start the leapfrog to find the finish. They weren't even blocking. They're dropping. Ed, the first victory.
Chat that I feel like dating is a stretch. True. From what little I know. You're right.
I don't know. They're like, it's a situationship now. Okay?
Situationship. They don't officially claim each other on Facebook or anything like that, but
Oh,
like,
no.
you know, friends come around, they say it's complicated. Yeah, okay. I
Sorry
get
about
it.
that.
They show,
I
up to,
killed
the,
you,
they show
you
up
know?
to the functions together, but
Yeah.
like they're not like, yeah,
She don't pop the red balloon, what you saying, but she ain't going to take him home.
yeah. 100%.
Mhm.
I don't even know what that means.
Don't worry.
You're white,
It's
that's
fine.
why.
It's fine.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
Good 2S. I like that one. That was good.
The 2P
was
such a good
perfect.
button
That
for
was
Millia because she could have buy within his 4 frames.
Listen, both of them. Listen, they
Yeah.
both got it. The 2P match. You got to do it sometime.
That's their only reversal.
Yeah. Oh,
The
man.
both of them. The Lord's normal.
Oh, but there's the invite hell. Nice little juggle there. The PRC allowing for a lot more conversions.
Just make it clap up in the corner, try to go for the throw, and then go for the YRC right after to stay solid. Almost got the backdash. I'd like them to get that knockdown. Again, a universal 2P looking like Jonathan Tourney. That used to be his favorite button back in the day. Back when he used to play Zato.
Shout out. Heavy disc again, though, and lands the cross up. Does actually misses, though, and we're cornered now.
Oy.
But luckily, we find the throw into the OTG. That could have gone south very quickly.
100%, but Droid Studio able to survive. Now, getting the momentum here, controlling the pace of this match.
Gosh, though, saw the FD. He goes in, and this is, again, where the character can really shine in terms of Millia, putting on the mix for a character that doesn't have a lot of defense. So a lot of preemptive backdash, the far slash, get the knockdown, leapfrog to keep him caught up in the corner. And again, don't leave, jump B, opens him up high. Looking for a dash of command grab, maybe a throw real soon. Just go low, actually don't need any of that. Super instead.
Yeah, gonna get the Eddie gauge back as well, summoning that sword with the hard knockdown. Immediately, yeah, summon into Pierce, the classic.
And then at that point, what are you really going to do? Gets poked to the corner by the meaty Pierce. Drills come through, high-low. You get another look after that, too. And just, goodbye.
The frog turning around at the last second. I see you, Eddie.
Forgot my hat. Pardon me. Dash up, try to go for the far slash. Ooh, instead 5K. Jump K, burst, puts him up in the corner. I like this offensive burst, but these 2Ps have been ridiculous from the Zato player. The Abare, I gotta stop using that word. All right, I'll get
mash.
too weeby. The mash. Let's
The
just say the
mash,
mash.
bro.
In America, we say mash. All right.
That's the monster mash.
Oi, taps the dust, swings the meat tenderizer. Should be enough to kill, and gets out of the round in a very effective way. And EdEddNEddie on the run right now. Listen, bro, they got their scam, they got their quarters. We're on our way out.
Gotta get the jawbreakers first. One last. One left to go.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
That YouTube Millia commenter was right. They were
Don't even shout out to that guy. I
Yo,
love you.
On some
My
real deal
favorite
stuff.
soap opera.
Nah, you were spitting because I just saw a clip recently of a May player with a 2 interaction.
That's my goat.
Lee, you were spitting.
Hey.
You was spitting.
Listen, she doesn't have the lowest effective health anymore.
Oh yeah, who's that go to now?
Oh, wait, no, she does actually, because it was Chipp. Chipp
It was
doesn't have the
Chipp.
lowest effective
Chipp,
health.
but not
She
Chipp went
has
up,
it
she
now.
went low. Yeah,
That's
he went
right,
low.
that's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
that's right.
Shouts to the Millia guy. I love that guy.
Yeah. Always in our
2K,
hearts.
keeping it close, goes for the JH, doing a very effective job blocking. So far, gets the block on the high-low as well, and somehow is still weathering the storm. But unfortunately, good defense that doesn't turn into offense doesn't really amount to much.
I know you have to figure out a way to escape from the corner there, and EdEddNEddie did escape, just not the way that he wanted to.
And having that Artemis every so often in there is such a nasty threat. It's like a shimmy tool that you don't expect. Like, you might think about a backdash, but when you go up in the air like that, in that perfect range, Artemis, such a good opener for the character now. Let's see how I get out of this corner. Reversal 2P. Gets a disc for some distance.
I love that 2S2, recognizing this frame situation, gets the knockdown back to the wall, but unfortunately, after the BRC slowdown, we have plenty of time for the close slash and the confirm.
Yeah, that close slash into the dash through was kind of nasty, but 208 Studio taking Eddie right back to mid-screen. Low is gonna connect, and now we have a point on the board.
That's right. Fight back. Put them to the blender. It's simply mix them before you get mixed. Both characters do not have the best defense. They're mashing 2P for their damn life because that's the only real reversal you really have on both instances or situations, I should say. We'll see what happens in this one, though. Eddie.
Mix or be mixed.
Mix or be mixed.
These are really
to
fast.
mix or not to mix.
These are really fast games, too.
Yeah,
both
actually,
characters are exploding.
Pork Lazer, you're up next. Don't fail me.
No Pork Lazer.
I love watching Pork Lazer.
I actually do, too. What's up, Pork? How you doing? It's been a while, actually, Pork. I've seen you.
Ooey. Back to the same side there. Trying to do some tricky stuff on the super jump.
Early burst there from EdEddNEddie, which makes a lot of sense, right? You want to get that breathing room, want to have room to summon Eddie. Unfortunately, Eddie immediately gets struck down.
I see a bar right there from the Millia player. Like, okay, I know that. When we push full screen, I'm going to kill Eddie for a little bit. It's back on the menu. Nice air. Has leapfrog right behind. What? When was he out of the pond?
Yeah, same. I was bashing burst, too.
Yeah.
The moment you see the frog, bro, let me out of this.
Well, no part of it.
Block that first little section pretty effectively here. Does find the knockdown. It's going to apply a decent amount here as we get that throw. One more interaction. Oh, and of course, it's one of those tough situations. EdEddNEddie probably trying to jump in that moment. When you got yourself to an exact amount of life where throw will kill, it makes you make your decisions in such a hasty way.
Right, 5H. Ooh, I really like using the blue wall assault there, catching with the frame trap.
P again, try to catch him with the air-to-air. Like the backdash, give him a little bit of room to maybe summon Eddie, leapfrog, but gave him a little bit too much more. They're maybe anticipating. Dash up close, dash gets the counter, hit it again. The wrong choices on wake up. Probably a 2P mash as we've seen previously. Break the wall. Wrong hair, don't care.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues we've been seeing here for EdEddNEddie going into these next couple games has really just been the inability to keep Millia grounded. Especially even when we get 208 Studio into the corner, he's not really keeping her locked down. And Zato doesn't have the greatest options other than leap to actually catch her out of the skies.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be done in those moments, especially as, like you said, Zato's just kind of lacking the tools. I feel like you either have to meet her on the way up or you have to preemptively stop her on the ground with some kind of very aggressive action, which is obviously much easier said than done. Or you can go with the tried and true classic. In a lot of different games, when your opponent takes a very aerial approach, one way to decline the situation is to press your dash macro and let go of everything else. I'm going to reposition. We'll see what happens after that. No reason to try and go for some weird stuff where you're above me and I can't anti-air you. It gives a lot of real estate up, but you can decline the interaction they're trying to give you.
That's the Joestar secret technique. Just run away.
Absolutely,
run away.
bro.
You know what the problem is? The last time that happened, the Millia player actually caught the backdash and read that. So, and again, you have to do things like that to rotate your defensive options, but the reads have been there. And again, it shows the difficulty of dealing with someone that could put you in the blender like this. Yo, what's on the menu?
Bro, the legs. The legs are getting exposed.
That's my favorite part. Into the super, set, point, back from the brink for all the Millia players. All two of you out there. Nice air there with the jump H. Get the counter hit. Nice little pickup too as well. Compel's so good as like a movement tool. I guess no longer a tool that can open you up nearly as much, but it's still a good like to change your trajectory. That's still very effective.
On top of all the other movement tools that she has, so it's definitely a really solid option, and a solid option with the Bad Moon as well. Burst comes out.
Very smart, especially when you didn't have your Eddie gauge back yet. Had to buy yourself some room. Gets the jump backwards and so active on the way down.
Frog, 2S, 2H, break the wall with the super. Anamorphous! Take a bite out of crime.
I like how it's a shadow puppet.
Yeah. Couldn't you make other things like a dog? Anyway, jump D, open him up.
You got me thinking about Zappa now. But EdEddNEddie now sitting at set point here against 201 Studio.
Both of them.
Is that 801's cousin?
A single round. A single round to come down to decide it here. We get the drills, we get the first hit, and in this matchup where it's so volatile, first knockdown really can decide everything, but we did have burst, so we get one more chance, and this chance is not going to go astray. We find our first knockdown.
Love the use of YRC there, immediately just disengage and finally catches the Artemis.
Jump D, in with the Piers, and with the assistance of the Frog, finds a 6H, the chest to put him to rest. Zato moving on, another Zato doing work out here. I don't want to hear it from these Zato players. All right, I'm starting to see him out here at TNS. strongest weekly.
It's incredibly fun to watch going against Pork Lazer, premier Baiken player, who is now coming up with probably the best Baiken's ever been in this game.
I mean, now you actually get real conversions. You're not just searching and hunting for like far slash. Would love to get like a counter hit sort of scenario so continuously. She actually has real normal conversions, and they hurt more. 5H, 6H, I think they all got improved. You know, seeing Lord Knight make a long video and watching it and seeing the success the character can have and like what he feels about the character, I honestly think that you're right. I think she's better.
Yeah, but let's see, is Marvelo better? That's the question here. Tethered up, but going to get the Uzumaki barrage for the hard knockdown on the other side.
Nice, we'll go for the meaty clone. RC! Oh, dirty, but the burst is there. Pork Lazer trying to go in. The new tightrope. Okay. When you mentioned the most annoying, or the more annoying character between these two, that's why.
Yeah, tightrope plays a factor in it. It's basically like Chipp got his teleports back in a weird way, because it opens up not only corner carry, but more left-right high-low mix.
Right, which is really cool. I think that's a really neat aspect that they've given him. And they also buffed his wall damage, so people are like, well, his damage is improved, but you won't see it until you get those nasty, saucy wall combos, which do take a little bit more work. So yeah, that's the access point for the character. However, up in the corner, it looks so good. Breaks the wall, had it leashed up.
Yeah, the nasty, saucy stuff is coming from Pork Lazer here.
Oh, Bloodsayan! I did that from that distance. Are you kidding me? There we go. See the tightrope. D into the super. Chipp always loving okay. I mean, every character loves okay after super, but Chipp especially. Things you can do. Mix up jump S, avoids it.
Yeah, blocked by RC, goes to bait out the burst. The Pork Lazer actually spends it. And you know what? I respect going for it. You had 50 meter available. It's pretty close in life as well.
Oh, try to go for the guard cancel. That would have been so sick if it hit. And I get it, but Pork Lazer not proper with the timing. Marvelo, Pork, both at the same round right now.
Gotta be careful you don't get fried up like a pork chop here. But now trying to escape from the corner, gets the pickup.
Boy, attack the far slash trying to connect. IB, YRC, waited for a little bit too much. That tightrope coming through.
Look at the damage. That's what we're talking about. The damage, again, no longer death by 1,000 cuts character. This character mauls you.
The tightrope, the wall clean situation, that 6H finisher, yeesh.
Fights like a tiger now, for real.
Yeah.
Fights like
song,
a tiger,
bro.
too.
It's in the song.
Yeah, doesn't even have to spend the meter there. Just the Alpha Blade is enough to take game number 1.
Man. Chipp? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Port to get a second, but Marvelo, again, we've seen him time and time again. Even when the character was perceived as way worse, you know, he was pretty positive on Chipp. He was realistic about Chipp in the previous season, but he's pretty positive about the character overall, though. So I do like the fact that people get rewarded sometimes and they stick with the character. You know, like, okay, we get buffs now. That's cool. Marvelo would have played regardless. Had the character been nerfed or buffed, he would have been a Chipp main.
Yeah,
regardless.
exactly. He's been so loyal to Chipp, and the loyalty from TazDragon coming through for 6 months as well. I see you. Thank you so much. He did flirt around with Slayer a little bit, but the moment he saw that new special move for Chipp, immediately jumped right back.
He's like, no, I don't need him. Solo main the Chipp. You love to see it, though. Honestly, he's been the one I feel like that's developed the most with the tightrope. I think he might be the... Obviously, that's been a big part. Oh, the parry. Hold on now. Let me shut the hell up for a second. Try to go for the leash. Is 6-speed immediately instead, though. Preemptiveness.
Yeah, right into the barrage again. Hard knockdown scenario. Just goes for the plus frames with the Gamma Blade.
5P able to save him for a little bit, but the overhead comes through. Dive kick. Reversal 5P. Let's get the side switch something about RC. I do like this. Put him up in the corner. Leash him up.
Yeah, the meaty tether there is so nasty. Nice escape, too, from the leaf grab.
Oh, my God. Like, you think he's going to, like, hang on it, and he doesn't. He just goes for the jump H? You're so nasty, Marvelo. Oh, the Alpha Blade. Again, it's just the mental mix. Like, the tether is there, so you don't know what's going to happen with it. Or I should say the line is there. So do you think he's going to stay on that? He's going to try to mix me with something normals, hanging upside down?
That's the real question, because he can hop on it, too, with the Alpha Blade. So when you see Alpha Blade coming, your first reaction seeing the tightrope is that, oh, he's just going to land on it, right? It adds even more layers, just more things to have to worry about.
Defense has got to be even worse. She does have better defense. Parry's better. She has that guard crush, or guard cancel, I should say. So she has other options. It's just they haven't been able to utilize because Marvelo's been staggering so much. Does get a little bit of the Kabare, leash him up with the back throw.
But just wakes up with the Beta Blade, negates the mix-up altogether. Still one hit away from death, and the JH is enough to close out that round.
Pork Lazer bringing it back. We'll see, though. Jump S. So different aerial approach now. We're starting to see more jump S, which I think has always been obviously one of our better buttons. But even in this matchup, really good to keep up that pace. They can go up in the air, even if they are on the rope.
Bro, that routing was kind of crazy.
That routing was actually kind of weird.
And actually, it ended it with the tskrBrian as well to get the tether back on. But there we go. Meaty to Tommy with the BRC.
Hey, goes for the tether again. I want to keep him as close as possible. It makes sense. You are flipping around too much, I can take you down some which way. Blocks up the 2D, blocks up the overhead this time. Poke Lazer with the great defense. Only one touch necessary, but Marvelo's played from worse.
All right, sent it to the corner. Bro, Samurai versus Ninja. I've seen this on Deadliest Warrior.
Oh, yeah. Who won last time?
Samurai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Was he got armor? Yeah, it's good show.
Samurai versus Spartan. Wasn't that one too?
Pretty Smart's got to win that one. What a DP. The throw. What's after it? 2D. Meaty clone for the plus frames. Too much pressure to deal with. Marvelo definitely looking more like a Spartan right now.
Absolutely. Pearson through.
Boy.
Trying to kick Pork Lazer down to the pit that is the loser's bracket.
Man, it's just like the defense. Like, what do you do? Marvelo, with the switch up of timing, he's using at certain distances. The preemptive 6Ps we've seen also to stuff and stop some of these normals. And the far slash or conversions are better. They're just not landing. Like, that's the problem. It's like, those things are better for her. They're just not landing.
And the problem is that while they're better for her, they're also better for Marvelo too, right? On Chipp's side, Chipp is able to get those long-range conversions too. And when it comes to that neutral game, Chipp is just more unpredictable than Baiken.
100%. Can't make as many mistakes, but there haven't been that many from Marvelo. Let's get the jump page, burst immediately. Low health character definitely makes sense. Not the lowest health, though, as you mentioned.
Yeah, not anymore.
You know, Chipp players are smiling. They saw that one.
Another hard knockdown, respectable damage as well, and I love just going for the plus frames.
Goes for 5K, sticks in the overhead, you're dead. Oh, the tightrope combo? This guy Marvelo, bro, come on.
You are right that he has been the one who's really developed the tightrope more than any other Chipp, and honestly, I struggle to think of like a lot of other high-level Chipps that are at Marvelo's level at this point.
Even around the world, from what I've seen, like he's the only one I think that has really used that portion of the character almost like 90%, I feel like, in the matches, right? Like that's like a big part of his game plan is set up for that. And even if it's not out right now, you're still thinking about that as Pork Lazer. You're like, when is it going to come? I'm going to have to deal with this. And that mental pressure stacks up right now. There it is. We see that as a combo conversion up in the corner, breaks the wall. They get a ton of bar back. Over half at this point, he wants to hold back, but does get hit with the Kabare.
Oh, blocks the cross-up attempt, though. And now about to get 100-meter. This is huge for Marvelo. Could close it out right here. Maximum chip. It connects. Has enough meter to RC it and close it out, taking this game. Doesn't even have to.
Doesn't even have to. Marvelo. Yo, I love to see people focus or hyper-focus on something on a character and make it theirs.
Really affecting anything. So they're trying to fix that, which is nice. But let's see who's going to get the fix here. MacMens versus Walter.
Oh, you said it wrong. Walter!
Oh, yeah, Walter.
Oh, I love seeing Walter. Still in the Millia, which is really good. But, of course, MacMens on the Anji. You can do that risk-reward sort of game a little bit better in a way where you're able to cancel the Fujins, you know, which is kind of cool. I get so lends into the way that he plays. But overall, I feel like this character is one of those that he gets buffs that are so small that it's like you getting a phone. Like you get instead of getting, you know, you got a BlackBerry or whatever, Blueberry, whatever, BlackBerry, whatever the kid's called, into like an iPhone like 2, and all the kids have like an iPhone 14.
He gets buffs that are small, right?
Yeah.
Small damage, but still going to kill here with the Winger, Walter getting the first round. But the other thing is it feels like every season he's been fundamentally changed. Like just as he performs as a character, right? And having something like overheads now just knocking down and not being able to actually combo off of it is also a huge change to his character.
Yeah, I mean, it does benefit him because that lets him set up safe jump setups now, which he couldn't really do against like reversals. However, that means, yes, less in terms of like damage potential. So there's give and take with the character. Unfortunately, got hit with the jump slash, got the counter hit pick up here, jump age, Artemis, gonna break the wall. Give me some bar. More. I need more. Nagiha. Yeah, you do that. You gotta do that on hit now because that's even more punishable. Thank God.
That was the craziest thing ever. Stun dipper, but just safe.
Yeah.
Oh, nice JS. Runs up for the throw. Not going to spend any of the meter there. Interesting. I think probably because if you spend the meter, MacMens might burst, right? And you just want to try and whittle him down a little bit more.
It's the Ko. 5K. Yeah, great play right there. MacMens taking the round, or I almost said the full game, but taking the round and last burst, as you mentioned. By the way, chat said that they announced the finals for March 21st. I can't go up. Is it 21st?
End of March.
RPG, say that one more time for me. I think it was 21st, 23rd, I believe.
I gotta look at plane tickets to California.
Oh, God.
All right, overhead attempt, but gonna get blocked. I like the aggressive burst there from MacMens.
Also defensive because you don't want to get knocked down against this character, so it makes sense in both elements. You're definitely right about that. Overhead does land this time. It's not of Walter. Close slash pickup. Going to break the wall. Simple aerial move, nothing fancy, nothing big. All right, there we go. Thank you, chat. 21st and 23rd. Yeah. Let's get out there, bro. You can't see this, but Jobber's already marking it down his calendar.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what weekend. Was it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Get you out there, bro. Let's get you out there.
Oh my God, right into the slice. They're going to break the wall.
Walter's footsies are so good. Grounded footsies are really good. 5K 2D, or sorry, 2K 2D has been really good for him to be able to poke with, and his conversion rate into that has been enough where MacMens has been so afraid to even take it. He's like, I don't want to be put in the blender at all, even up in the corner. And that offensive and defensive burst was great, but it's like, you maybe want to use that elsewhere or on your own terms. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Walter, again, that grounded play was how he's been able to keep track of MacMens and stay that close against a character that will melt you for, like, 2 interactions. That confidence, that's Walter.
That is Walter. Textbook Walter for sure. And I like that you mentioned the grounded neutral, right? Because so many Millia players are incredibly airborne, which Walter is, but he is not lacking on the ground at all. And that's kind of what sets him above and beyond a lot of other Millias.
Oh, we switch over to the Sin.
Oh, I like it, though. Sin has a very strong anti-air game when it comes to fighting against Millia. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Just having access to that DP is huge as well. Close slash is a insane button.
It actually is. You know, some of the buttons have been more whip punishable, but the reward is still there, right? So, like, that footsie game can definitely work out. But the wake-up reversal, not being able to RC definitely hurts a little bit. You know, he still has a great DP. But what does it matter? All this pressure. Bad move, good kid. Hits him with the super. Not going to seal it. Surprise, but oh my guts. Ooh, the pass-through with the Artemis, the chicken wing. Are you kidding me?
Did you see how Sin spun, too? Absolutely diabolical little mix-up there. Nice block on the hoof stop attempt, and then the 2P reversal.
Knockdown. Nice and deep. The cross-up from H. Stays in front of the ankle. Save you, dog. And it's not going to save you to see the slight push to the corner, too, as well. Okay, big driver. Use some of that stamina. Oh, hair car again. And he's got the bar for it to cancel if he needs to. Doesn't have to at all. He's been finding it on hit more often than not.
And Bad Moon is just such a difficult thing to deal with, right? Because if they have the meter, they're going to fast RC immediately into the 2S, meaning that you got to block the high-low right after each other.
That's a throw. That's a finish. Walter!
Walter.
Walter. Walter. What character's still good?
Walter.
Millie is still good, Walter. Yo, Walter has been running this character since the damn game has dropped. We saw him at Bamboo Battles back in the day. We've seen him at tournaments. It's great to see he's on the Millia. In MacMens, looking for another rotation of characters. What is it going to be? I think Sin is a good idea, as you mentioned. It's just that aerial game isn't being presented. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even like a problem. Walter's been fairly grounded. He'll open up with like TK Bad Moon. But overall, it's been a grounded approach, it feels.
Yeah, for the most part here, and now going right back to the Anji Mito. You have to wonder, like, that Sin didn't work out, and now you've given up a game, right? A game that could have been played, just building up that game plan here with Anji. We'll have to see how this is going to play.
Lucky Hawk commits to it, gets a 5K in there, and the overhead up in the corner, close slash, too far for the follow-up, that's fine. But I hope that's been taken away.
Over the 2K2D, aggressive burst there from MacMens, trying to hold on to that corner positioning.
Anybody's game. Okay, gorilla spin. Fish follow up. No play. Oh, slash. Okay, the Fuji. Okay, these are the interactions that you're looking for. You're going to have to take a few hits here and there to get yours off, right? You know, you have to take a few and feel comfortable with that because Millia takes quite a bit to mix you, to kill you.
Yeah, and Anji is a tanky character too, has the Japanese guts, and just has a lot of defense in general. So you can afford to take those hits. MacMens, though, not taking any hits at the moment, has a massive life lead here. Nice 6P into the RC, trying to cash out as much damage as possible.
What an option. No 2D right there. Usually Walter has been confirming that 2K 2D, and that would have let him at least outside the corner. At the very least, and he had burst too as well. I think he was hunting for that and just kind of mentally dropped it after he dropped the 2D follow-up. MacMens getting in and putting a game on the board. As you mentioned, maybe you should have stuck with this character before.
I think that would have been a better option. It just gave up too quick on the Anji, I think, right? The Anji wasn't doing terrible there. You can clean up the game plan. This is the character that MacMens is comfortable with.
Right. like that 6P too as well. You saw that preemptive 6P, you know what I'm saying? You don't really use that as much as like the perfect anti-air choice every single time, but such a still a decent grounded tool. Decent tool to cover some of the space as well. Buzz frames.
Ooh, the little whip 5P there for the throw. OTG with the butterfly.
Buzz frames, it's overhead. Previously, knocking out this time goes low with the super.
And you're just dead, just like that. A perfect MacMens immediately turning things around, now setting the tone of this matchup. 5K is going to get the hit at round start.
Starting with some more plus frame, I guess less risky moves. Obviously, you interact with that before it comes out, but it's just setting up with that sub for the other options. Going to run the Fujin mix game. See what Walter is doing on the ground approach. Now Walter going for the air approach. Capel, again, as we mentioned, no longer that tool that just kind of hits you as a mix tool. It's more of that movement tool.
Yeah, and I like it as a movement tool, just layering movement tools on movement tools, and gonna go ahead and utilize another movement tool there with a hitbox to break the wall in the form of Artemis.
It's better chat. Here you go. RC in. I like the fadeaway in play. Beautiful shimmy. Forcing the burst from MacMens. As long as he's got bar, he's not done though. Some decent bombs on this little paper thin character could mean the end. 5K. The Capel trying to find the mix. He gets the counter hit off the Artemis.
It's just like that set point now for Walter. Hits him while he's down too, and carrying burst into this next round. This is a very good start. Oh my God, that was a very good start for Walter.
That's a commentator's curse right there. Wait, that's okay. Trying to find its mark. FD just to break a little bit. Does get the close slash to pick up right after. Again, using that as a movement tool. No longer to open you up, but Walter, you see him playing a little bit to try to find an anti-air approach properly.
And now there's the knockdown. It's exactly what Walter was looking for. Gonna carry all the way to the corner. Bad Moon sticks right at the end. Doesn't spend the meter to break the wall.
This is for RC, I guess, after this. Dash up throw. He breaks though. Ooh, we dash up 6P. Will it happen from the side of MacMens? It's an overhead burst forced out. Bar for MacMens. He can cancel if need be. He'll on the safer side. You get a chance to. 2D knockdown. YRC lets him free for a little bit. 2S. Delays a little bit. The jump back from Walter. The chase down to end the run with a super air car. This should kill. Yes, sir.
Well played there from Walter. MacMens nearly able to bring things back, but unfortunately that one switch to Sin not working out, and then had to go back to the Anji, which didn't pan out either. She can't pick it up.
Same thing, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's like they're really working the resource management in this game, or like the state management, especially with Shock State for Kai. Your fireballs get a lot better, so I get these extensions, and it would DP for a little more damage sometimes, so they work less. We'll see if that happens. Scambolini, SQ.
Oh, trying to go for that heavy stun edge. Shock State is applied.
Plus, the 2K, SQ, blocking it out still. No throw, just taking that strike throw game. Simple stuff to accept the character. Nice jump S though to start off the party.
Yeah, now they're just cashing out on the big damage there at the end with the windshield wipers. The Scambolini swinging right on back. Plus frames from the Fujirock. Great FDs here from SQ, just trying to push him out.
Uh-oh. Avoidance, anti-air with the close slash right there. If it's a burst, puts him up in the quarter. Sword toss has one, and again, as you mentioned, you're really spinning that. That's why we see the FD is good here. Scambolini to go for that jump D, finds a jump slash too as well. One sword back in hand, gets the other one back. 5P reversal button off the backboard.
Yeah, smart not to go for the wall break there. Very smart from SQ, knowing that she didn't have the meter to secure the kill. So resetting that situation, keeping Scambolini's back up against the wall.
Yeah, you don't want to go back to neutral with the scared fireball, especially at that low health. Scambolini with the jump S's that will clip like 6P preemptively, or even if that button's out for too much. A little bit more recovery, you don't have to deal with that empty close slash. You see him even delayed a little bit. Scambolini trying to get in the pockets.
And going to be able to send out the Sacred Edge there. Hard knockdown, positive bonus.
Oh, the back dash almost got the 6H. I think that was a counter hit. Might have worked, not sure. Dash up, close slash. This is up the sword. Both swords are off the table. She don't even care. The dust opens him up.
And then a 6H for the wall bounce. Going to break the wall this time. Positive bonus is too valuable to give up. Oh, but the fast RC. JS going to connect it just like that. Scambolini closing out the round.
Since the very first season, that jump S has been his best weapon. I honestly think far slash definitely at some point was amazing, but jump S, the way it opens you up though, and now again with the shock state, if you have that extension, you end it with like jump D, or sorry, jump S in the DP for even more damage. Like some of his combos get even nastier. Like his mid-range isn't as good. Like the combos aren't nearly as good, even in shock state. But with the fireballs behind him, they still have a lot of damage potential behind them. Bro, almost got the Vapor Thrust. He tried to end it with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you were mentioning, right? Trying to get that Vapor Thrust pick up on the shock state. Not going to work out there, unfortunately.
Flag jump S again. That's been the neutral tool of choice. And it's hard to 6B. It's not a, you can just 6B. 8 the fireball. We'll get the, hold on now. That wasn't a combo, right? Like, am I
a combo.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure because in my brain I was like, it didn't look like a combo. But that fireball being able to cut through and clip the normal, oi, Scambolini.
Not only did it combo, he would have been able to pick up after that as well.
I thought she was blocking. I thought she,
oh
yeah, you know, one of those instances where like you think you get hit and you're not getting hit and it's too late to block. You're like, wait a minute, that wasn't a.
I know.
And exactly it was though. It was a combo. Relax, Chad. I'm not saying that.
That's crazy.
Someone, I remember this a long time ago when they saw Scambolini fight in like season 1. They were like, "This is the American Chihuahua." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like dash up DPs and stuff like that. Definitely.
That is a crazy thing to say. There's the back throw into the 2S. Oh, yeah. Where are you flying?
I like that downward angle on the sword toss. We'll break the wall after this. Bar getting all juiced up. Flip kick immediately. 2K2D.
Oh, right. Break the wall. Yep. Not bad on the damage front either, but that positive bonus is even better here for Scambolini. Yo, Scambolini. Dragon install.
Do it. If you a real one, if you actually cool like that.
For the one time.
Oh, it's overhead though. RC, and a nice delayed one too as well. However, Scambolini, defense is good. Now in the offense off the far slash starter.
Oh, double spending the RC there to try and bait out the burst. I respect the decision, but that means you lose out on a hard knockdown. You're going back to neutral.
Oh, since the last of the sword. One touch either side. Points a fireball. Blocks it out. You're still not in a good position. The fireball to lock them down in the throw from the air will take them down. Scambolini in the pockets.
Coming up for all the money as well. Now can we make the getaway here to get up 2-0?
Uh-oh, Pusheisty breaks the wall, all that red. Try to go for the flip kick. This time you see a preemptive close slash. Flip kick again. Scambolini ain't gonna stop till you drop.
Still alive, just barely, but SQ is gonna get burst back here, has another opportunity to survive, just has to spend it wisely.
Stagger, oh, the goal burst. Delayed, but right on time. Bar to utilize.
This is actually so massive here for SQ with the overhead gonna connect. More Tabato hard knockdown. Gotta watch out though. Scambolini has that 50 meter on deck.
Can't DPRC anymore, so you gotta kind of hold a little bit more than you'd like to. Go for the deflect as their first defensive tactic, this time blocking the rest out. You see the boulder toss in between and the strength for the plus range scenario. Red RC throw. No, it's a 5K instead. Delay 2P the dash up right after.
God. Yeah, just dash up into that button. Why not? Why not? You're going to win out in a trade in that scenario, so just going for a quick press. Scambolini putting it on the line there, coming out 2-0 now, Cola.
That's a nasty player, willing to take trades. Like, that's a real thing that players will do at high level, right? When they know they have the help for that transaction. However, Scambolini searching for that option at the very end right there, willing to take and enforce a trade with a very quick button, as you mentioned. Oh, that's good. Scambolini. It's just like players like this that have this, like, wild, not mild style for a while, and they pull it back every so often to play that neutral. There are moments where you see Scambolini delay, looking for like a backdash to catch it with a 2S or maybe a far slash or whatever to catch you off guard. And it's hard to kind of run in the same tempo as that person.
Yep, and those are the players that excel the most in a game like Guilty Gear, right? A game that wants you to be so aggressive.
By the way, appreciate all the homies coming through. I see you. Flip the chat again. Yuri Call out here and many more. We want to let the people know that we are back and online and live for that Guilty Gear Strive.
Ooh, half your soul taken. Throwing that deflect shield OTG with the sword.
2K, 5K, gets the air throw right after. This time, SQ running that strike throw. Our favorite mix.
Oh, help. Help!
Just simply DP. Red RC. We hope the more about the murder she wrote. One more touch after this. And SQ, that we feel a certain way, baits out that DP. You can't do that.
Just a dominating round there for SQ. But the thing is, we're going to need 6 of those kinds of rounds here, right? Needs to bring it back, reverse 3-0 to stay in the winner side of the bracket. If Scambolini keeps whipping DPs like this, it's going to make it easy for SQ.
It might actually happen. We'll see if Scambolini pulls it back just a little bit. You know, again, that kind of style takes you having to run a different tempo and wants to catch guard of that. But SQ, it's a flip, the fault right after it, the bounce. into Daisuke's vision.
Oh, and the
Bro,
sword
the bounce.
explosion too.
Oh, SQ. Let me
She
remind
practiced that
you
one.
about SQ. That's what she said. Let me remind you about SQ. Come on now.
Look, when you think Ramlethal, one of the first names that comes into your mind is SQ.
That might be the only name that comes to my mind at this point,
Put
right?
some respect on Red Ditto.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But Red Ditto too much at school right now. He's back and forth at school. Red Ditto, like, yo, I'll play for like a month and now I'm gone. SQ in terms of consistent players that enter all the time, Red Ditto, you need to do more.
SQ's in every bracket. You're absolutely right. SQ is in every single
damn
bracket.
You have like a local bracket somehow. If she's able to enter, she will enter. Oh, the sword toss to eliminate the threat of any sort of shock state against a fireball. At 6 speed, drop him right back down to the ground. Fancy footwork inside of SQ.
And sitting comfy on that 50 meter here too. Doesn't need to really make any kind of risky decisions. Just spends a meter to stay aggressive.
Bump and dash up throw this time. Close slash, hold the toss. The back dash still gets caught with the
Get back here.
The RC to follow up. That's the next level layers of SQ, reading the defensive decisions up in the corner. No 2K 2D knockdown for you. Avoids the throw and the jump back fadeaway. SQ! Come on now.
Yeah, a fire has been lit in SQ. SQ is always most dangerous when she's on her last life or when she's in the loser side of the bracket. That's when she turns on that X factor.
You know what's wild is I think during one of her streams she said she plays best angriest, or maybe it's like one of the angrier players. Either way, if I made it up, it's happening right now. Moribato again. What is Shiro part 2? Dash up throw. No, we go just for the aerial approach. Swords in, dust. Not even going to be able to use the burst SQ. So aggressive, no option to even go for the blue stuff.
Man, chat saying ban this Kai color? What's wrong?
Why?
You don't like Steamboat Kisuke?
1920s. Oh, man. Nah, I won't say that. Oh, nah.
Easy.
Nah.
We're a PG-13 stream. We got family value.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to leave on the table. 2-2. Anyway. Yo, Kisuke. Anyway, final game between the two.
Bro, he's got some cartoony conversions here, too, in this match. Oh, no. Stopped right in your tracks, but tries a paper thrust right on out.
So the thing about him is, like, even if, like, it didn't work, like, he had some games to give, so now it worked out now. And it's like, you will stop this option. No, I'm Scambolini. I'm different.
If y'all want rated R TNS, you can tune in on Friday nights.
Yeah. I will get an email. I cannot get away with this all the time. Even someone like me. Will RC right back. Does get the DP finisher. Scambolini. Turn up like volume. He's on set point.
Yeah, immediately just putting a stop to SQ's momentum here. Early burst. SQ trying to save what bit is left there and claw it back.
Do you see how, like, every time Scambolini tries to, like, establish a fireball, there's an immediate sword toss in rebuttal. Very smart stuff. Stop the zoning. Stop the shot. Again, get that out of here.
Oh, the explosion. Nice for the 6P. Forcing Scambolini to block. May have escaped the corner, but is going to get pushed right back to the other one. Oh, and I like it. SQ giving up a little bit of that space to fade back and try and pick back up the swords. Didn't want to be left without them.
Point. Up in the corner now with the big fireball. Lock him down. 2H. No cancel just yet. Jump back there with a slash. It's up one of the swords for the dust. Doesn't wait for the second sword to get sent out. Goes for the dust. It's a final game, final round. SQ, Scambolini.
And Scambolini holding on to that burst. Very smart, not trying to be a hero. Understands the gravity of the situation here. This is top 48 winners.
God willing, SQ might be a villain. Don't let her do it to you. Try to look for the, like, any sort of, like, defensive option. Saw the deflect, right? Block before that. SQ waiting and baiting. Easy bait up and into the super. He's going to get another burst back real soon here. Or a burst, I should say. He only used deflect.
Yeah, burst is. But when are you going to spend it? Immediately, right?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Tries to slide right on in. And the PRC with the sword toss. SQ bringing it back with a reverse 3-0.
Back from the brink.
Goblin versus Hotashi. Potemkin versus Nagoriyuki.
Oh.
This is what we love to see.
And it's Darkly, my favorite. See, listen, I could say TP, he's going to bust, and he does so. 5K, 6H and play. Oh, yeah, jump H to open him up, and the lacking second defense is even worse for this character.
Bro, the girth, too.
2D knockdown. Oh,
wow. Trying to go for the RC there into a Potemkin, but they're not going to quite work out. And Hotashi popping once again, twice for her pleasure, but it's Shampoo Goblin who comes out on top.
Wait, huh? Anyway, I'm done.
That's
Armor
enough,
through.
that's enough.
Okay. Garuda caught him staggering, wasn't able to bust out. Garuda again trying to FD, but still nice and close to break the back out. Oh, brother. Follow up to S2H from the top shelf. Pick him apart. Not dead yet, though. One more touch. What do you do?
One last opportunity. Tries to go for the DP there, but very smart from Shampoo. Goblin just goes for the little touch on the 2P. Closing out game number 1.
You think he switches?
No, I don't think you bring Bridget in.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do either. You know what's wild is like that when I saw like her ability to be able to kind of maneuver in the air now, I was like, that's gonna be cool. And then I watched some more clips of the character trying to maneuver and just get 6 speed easily. I'm like, that's kind of bad.
It's also just too scary because Bridget is so fragile.
Yeah, making those mistakes is like too much, right?
A little too much. And
Yeah.
her damage isn't the highest, so you really have to force Potemkin to guess a lot. And if he guesses correct, you could just die.
I'd rather, yeah, I think Nago, way better choice in this. You know, you have a better way to command grab more space with the car command grab. So if you're able to be effective with it, definitely helps out. I think the normals are fine. I think like overall the matchup is not that bad for Nago. But
I think the biggest downside of this matchup for Nago is the fact that now that he can't cancel his H normals,
Yeah.
means that Potemkin can just armor straight through them. So you have to
Yeah.
be very careful about what you choose to press in neutral against Potemkin. But we are just cashing it in the Blood Rage.
I mean, Hodashi's always been so much of a gambler with this character. I mean, I feel like he really made the gambler playstyle with Nago. And it might take a little bit more time to really understand how to be effective, as every season, how you come through with the blood meter and what you expend is a little bit different, right? With things being changed for the character, which you can utilize as the RC. We'll get the Midnight Star from Count Black either way. Run those extra specials over and over again without going over the limit.
But not going to get a knockdown. Nice backdash, and that's exactly what we were talking about, right? Just Hammerfall being able to blow through that 5H. Hotashi still finding a way to close up the round, though.
Double 6H. This man said, if I couldn't be on the comms, I'll run the combat. Back throw, yeah.
Oh, it's the 5P whip, able to bait out the gold burst. Kind of nasty there, kind of diabolical from Shampoo Goblin. There's a pop buster.
Oh. Bar to utilize if need be. Garuda, Dust, 6H. Again, the command grab scenario from Russia with Love. Bow.
The extender always coming out on top. And just like that, Shampoo Goblin up 2-0 here against Hotashi and top 48 winners.
I'm still seeing the Nago. But again, I don't even think it's like a matchup thing. It's just like, as you mentioned, so many times in this match, it's been a lot of reads on defense at the proper times. And even with Nago, again, the more the blood is juiced up, the worse it's going to be for him in terms of like the damage potential. So if you want those more damaging conversions or to be able to utilize certain things, you have to also worry about if they touch me, it's going to hurt.
It's true. That is absolutely true. And another issue, too, here is, at least in that game number 1, Hotashi was just going straight into Blood Rage way too often, right?
Yeah.
That risk-reward not working out in his favor.
That's definitely the way that he's been predicating playing, but every playstyle has weaknesses and strengths. And that's the weakness right now. I think when you're fighting someone like Shampoo Goblin, to be able to cash out the in terms of damage, hits a gigantor, bigger than big, stronger than strong gigantor. Only like 5 people know that. That's like an old-ass show on the Adult Swim. Anyway, /5H. That's trying to kill some of that blood. This time, not so much of the blood, unless he's going for something big like this. He's going to bust, but you got to be so careful with 5H. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to be able to have a follow-up right after.
All right, mask is back on. Wow, the velocity on that. Isn't able to get an OTG, but it's not going to matter. 2S catches the ankles.
Jennings, you old too. That's okay. We can old together. It's all right. All right. 1 round at least. Burst. Gets the second half of the DP. Set it. Counter hit. 5P. Resets with the Stomp the Roach. Oh, the jump into 2D. Nice and close.
To the other side with that JH, but not going to connect. Look at the meter, though. Hotashi on 100. 6H. Another one.
We wanted to catch up the burst. We see some distance with this. 2K 2D.
Bro, the latest Garuda I've seen in my life. And the pop buster. Hit him with a nightfall. Break his back.
Oh, this is not looking so good. Shampoo looking to send Hotashi down to losers. He eats with the armor, using the bloody spin. Close slash, trying to harass DP. No, he goes for the bloody spin in that scenario. Doesn't go for the DP ender.
Oh, the 6K there. I wonder if that was a missed input. maybe trying to go for some kind of a frame kill, but just hopping over the hitbox of the slide head.
Oh, he is intentionally busting.
Yeah, he wants to do the fancy stuff.
Yes. Zangetsu, is that how you say it?
The 1,000-year blood war.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bun, Kai. Yo, Hotashi, you better truly release your power level because you were getting cooked.
Well, hey, finally gets a game on the board here, but that's only one. It still needs 2 more to close this out and stay in the winner's side. And Shampoo Goblin just needs to find that one avenue. If Hotashi pops badly one time, Shampoo Goblin can close it out.
Zangetsu, thank you. I don't know why I keep thinking Zangetsu. Too much Bleach. Bleach is so godlike. If you haven't watched the new one, it's really amazing. But anyway, again, as you mentioned, that risky gambler playstyle is really predicated on having those big rewards after the bust happens, right? We saw it happen earlier in a good way where he was able to get the jump H. That was great. But then after that, hasn't been as rewarding, as successful up in the corner. Now, Hotashi's making better reads and not going over the limit too often in the middle of the screen. He's using less in terms of like the blood uses of like maybe like the clone and stuff like that. And then also going for normals that are going to eliminate blood before that happens. And then when he, like the pop player is like maybe a little bit on the verge of like dying after like one combo, that's when he goes in for the bust.
Yeah, and that's very, very smart. That's how you want to play the character too, right? Especially because if you go for that super in Blood Rage, it puts you to 1
Yeah.
HP.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure it's going to kill if you're going to do it.
You better use it right. Getsua.
Shampoo Goblin here. Captain Ginyu is his in-game name, bro. The Ginyu Force.
Or I'll be the green one.
This is the real 1,000-year blood war here. Slice and dice.
Oh, yeah. Here it comes. Take up the Dewey.
The
wave check. The heart. The heart. Oh, he's going to be able to get in, get the command grab 2K, DP, 5K into the super once again. Ocean Spray.
Oh, you remember that page?
Just the heart.
The heart.
Hey, man, Kubo was spitting, bro. Off my go. Off my go. Only honey on my go. Off my go. 5K, able to get the bloody spin in 6H right after. Not going to spend too much blood. Again, we see Hotashi holding back, not going for the bust immediately. In fact, I think in this range right here of blood is probably better because the damage that Hotashi's been taking. Yes. Also, I'm going to dump that out anyway. Oh.
Yeah, at level 3 blood, that would have actually killed. And then he's going to get the wake-up reversal super here. Hotashi's not quite out of it yet. Has an opportunity to bring things back, but the being down on meter is going to hurt.
Yeah, that's Fuki on 5K, 6K, placement in.
Oh, you can just pop.
Yeah, but get careful about the burst that happens here. Oh no, the ball pin happens. Jump H, okay. Bar back, but how can you say defensive here? Nice fadeaway. He tried to go for a burst in between the sequence, but the proper button placements and timing for Hotashi avoided that from happening.
Yeah, Hotashi didn't commit, and that was the smartest thing he could possibly do.
I wonder if it was one of those things where Hotashi either went for that string on purpose, or I think actually it's one of those things where it just kind of happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's just like, it happened beneficially for him. I don't think that string was like intentionally to bail out a burst at that distance. I think he was like, you know what? I'll take that. Daisuke was shining on him, said, go my son.
It was an act of God.
An act of God.
Duel 1.
And now an act of God taking us all the way to game number 5. Who's going to stay in the winner's side here, Cola?
I don't know, man. Either person could take it at this point. But they have that 2D. You see Hotashi commit. As you mentioned, the armor, even with some of these bigger normals, they coming into play.
But Hotashi is landing those backdashes much more consistently here. Earlier on, Shampoo Goblin seemed to be catching them all the time, but there's a backdash of his own.
Avoids the command grab. And again, another avoidance of a grip that should be at the 6H. Nobody wants to get hit with the grippers. Set boy Hotashi. Oh, and the cancel into the armor, forcing out the burst. He's back in again. You see the back dash with the Fukio, being able to get the far slash. Ends it off the 3-piece. Jump H, 2S. What's it going to be? Jump H.
Oh my God, you're dead. 6H one more time? Not quite.
It's a big boy for you.
Bro. Oh, but the 2H. Didn't even get the chance to put back on the mask.
No. Oh, man. Good stuff from Hotashi to bring it back in the brink. Maybe luck was a factor in one of those scenarios, or 2 or 3. Okay, anyway.
Oh, we got a good match coming up here, though. SQ up against Kshuewhatdamoo. Okay. No, keep going.
No, see, I would have been doing the biggest combos. You would have seen me wipe the walls.
You know, these Strive players, they're too nice.
Yeah.
They're too nice. Someone's controller disconnects, like in an online tournament, they're like, oh, I'm going to stop. No, SQ, kill Kshu.
Right.
If they're having control issues, that's on them.
If this was reversed, they'd be getting into you. They'd be like, oh, I beat SQ. Oh, let's go. You cannot show any love, no friendliness when the fight starts.
Yeah. Win. There's money on the line. There's a Matcherino on the line, which we can make even bigger. Exclamation point Matcherino. Hop in there. Only at $42. Nearly at top 8.
Come on now.
Players in bracket.
Let's get to
100 players in bracket.
Let's get to it.
Let's go.
What do you think about this matchup? You play Johnny so much. What do you think about fighting Ram this season?
Oh, I mean, I think Johnny. I don't think Johnny has any bad matchups right now.
He has no enemies? That kind of way?
No, he's got enemies, all right? He may not see them as enemies, but they definitely see him as an enemy.
Yeah, look at that 6K coming through, catching the advancement. Oh, no, SQ not pressing anything. Uh-oh.
Before
Oh, they're
deliberating. That's a fancy word.
All
What
right.
are they deliberating about? Oh. So Kshu's controller actually did desync, did disconnect. So now we are kind of figuring out, is Kshu going to throw the round there? What's going to happen here, right?
Yeah. See, I would have kept going. I'm like, I didn't see no ping.
I would have just killed him. Then you don't have to deliberate.
Yeah. I looked down at my phone and been like this. I'd have been like,
You see how SQ is down around?
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened if SQ would have just killed
spin.
his ass.
Ah. Therefore, heads up, is just wearing a prod, the more you know, la la la. First of all, you highlighted that message for no reason at all. And you're absolutely right. Inside voice, you know what he actually means, right? That
What?
person actually means a black, like,
That's
what they're like, oh, you were born with a black voice.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They're like, you were born with a dark
Uh-oh.
voice. All right, anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Update from production. Game is going to be played and SQ will be up around, so we're going to replay it.
All right, restart. Restart, you know. Obviously, we would have done something different, but they're going to start from the beginning. Nothing wrong with that at all.
SQ going to get her round that she rightfully deserved.
Okay.
All right.
So back to the matchup. Like, when you play against a Ram, what are you looking for as a Johnny player?
Well, I haven't played a whole lot of Johnny in Season 4, so my Johnny was pre-patch Johnny, because ever since Slayer dropped, like, why am I going to play any other character? But I think that Johnny is... He has the tools to be able to poke Ram in neutral, right? Things like 6K are also going to be really good because you can 6K while Ram is going for the startup of Rock and blow her up for it.
Yeah.
That's always been just a good option for Johnny in the first place here. But when it comes to his defense, dealing with the swords in the corner, he's just kind of in the same boat as a lot of other characters with no reversal, right? Again, 6K is a good option to kind of push yourself out from the explosion. That's something he's always had. But other than that, you just got to kind of find the Ibarra. You got to kind of find the option to either FD and jump out or go for something like 2K2D.
Okay. We'll see what happens. I like that assessment. Don't really want to be in the corner as much as possible. The mid screen definitely looks like it might be not that bad for Johnny overall sometimes, you know. But again, I want to see how SQ deals with that. Like, we've seen some of the players get kind of blown up a little bit by like the movement, the new movement of this character. When they can go in for like a punish and things like that has been a little bit difficult to engage with.
Rio's sword is back, and this is exactly what we were saying, right? Like, Johnny, just like everyone else, has to wait for a gap, has to wait for an opportunity here to be able to swing out because he doesn't have strong reversal tools. Obviously, if he can get 50 meter, he can utilize That's My Name, but you're trying to FD for your life.
Right, so you have to like figure out when you're going to spin that bar, and right now, he does get the bar back, but it might be a wrap. Bruh, far slash to break the wall. Didn't have the super to finish things off, but SQ looking like they're back at this air throw, even on the slight shimmy scenario. SQ is ready to go up in the air right there.
Bro, looking like Mr. Fantastic, the extendo arms there.
Yeah.
Johnny was halfway through that backdash, got caught.
Got hands like plastic. SQ is taking the official first game. After we had a little bit of a deliberation, we're back with it. And SQ had to play this matchup. I mean, a lot of people probably did, especially after the Johnny players.
Yes.
Johnny got buffed, and then new Johnny players just suddenly appeared.
Who would have thought?
It always happens like that, which is kind of good because even if the character is more powerful, you get way more practice. If a character is powerful, you're going to see him in ranked a lot more.
To be fair, though, the Johnny players that have been really placing well in a lot of these tournaments are people who have been playing Johnny since he came out.
That's true.
So that is to be fair.
Yeah,
because
like, wasn't making it like results are. You're right.
Yeah, his combo structure has not changed since release. It's still you're still doing the exact same stuff. You're just better at it now.
Yeah, you actually land conversions. You can actually block. You have defense because of the dash that you have. Again, it makes it big. So when you can strike back, it's the character. Nice conversion into the super. with the quickness, a perfect.
Ooh, okay. Kshu immediately trying to swing right on back. Full burst here for SQ going into this next round. But really what unlocks so much of Johnny's potential is that forward dash now. So much stuff that Johnny was doing, he would put you out of range and not be able to really close the gap properly. With that forward dash, all that is fixed.
Stay on the card again, counter hit, immediate burst from a bad situation. SQ don't have much to deal with. Goes in for the offense, jump 8 starter. Oh boys, what looked like an RC throw.
SQ trying to make the most of it. Putting Kshu right back into the corner, attempt to go for a shimmy. Nice little poke out there with the 2K2D.
Oh, forward slash, flip ball, 2S. Oh, finds an opener, red RC extension, and Barb need B, but they don't even need it at all. It doesn't even matter. Great routing, Kshu, excuse me.
Yeah, all it takes is clocking him with the Girardi there at the end. Save that meter for next game.
Yeah, that's true. Save for Guilty Gear Strive 2. Kshu.
Bro, what is Arc System Works working on? That's what I want to know.
I want to know so bad, too. Like, it's not like I don't like Guilty Gear Strive, but I want to know, like, what's the next?
I know, new stuff is fun.
I mean, it doesn't have to replace the stuff that we have right now. But either way,
not.
you know.
I mean, I think Strive still has another season left in it.
I think 2. I think 2
so,
seasons.
sure.
I think 2 seasons
Oh,
would be...
more? 6 seasons total? I can see
Yeah.
that. That'd be a lot of fun. Get
a lot of
everyone in there.
games. Yeah, a lot of games have 6 seasons in total, or at least like 5.5 seasons or whatever it may be. You know, been a while with it, I think.
Now, SQ playing this cat and mouse game. Kshu just sliding on stage trying to catch. Channeling the spirit of Omito here with the white robes.
Actually, Zynga does it again. Damage output, as you mentioned previously, has been buffed, so it definitely helps out. Even more so damage. Which when you break that wall, skates underneath, and it's like that preemptiveness, right? That's a defense that you have, the innate defense. Like, I don't even put it against the wall. Let me just dash underneath here, reassess, realign myself, and get back to mid-screen. What?
Oh, man. Didn't have 50 meter. Actually could have killed there if they had the 50 meter to go straight into Joker Trick. Uh-oh. SQ does get caught with the dash right back in. Close slash. Bro, I can't wait for the next patch of this game when they make Johnny's forward dash be airborne.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like an exit.
Okay.
So you can dash over slide head.
So you want to block his side, right?
Yeah, put Baka side back in. Let him hit the bait.
Wow, that's crazy. Hit the tong, that's crazy. Actually, you know what? I want Johnny playing that. Wow, 5K, cancel, close slash. Try to get the jump in between. As she walks, so FD needs to come through because that risk gauge was looking cranked, but here's offense. Like, SQ's like, I'm going to hold on to my bar for some offense. I believe in my innate defense and myself. Break the wall, dash up super.
Oh, yeah. Only had one sword available, right? So not going to go for the Calvatos there.
Oh, nice. So it's that fake. Very good understanding of the matchup. 2K2D in between the string. We've seen a lot of people get harassed by that in the corner and let that go.
And what's so interesting too, Cola, is that you see a lot of those 2K2Ds coming out from Kshu, but in that first game, they blocked for what felt like forever in the corner, watching the patterns that SQ wants to go through, right? And now that we've got that pattern locked into the brain, locked into the memory, we can start finding the gaps.
That's very smart. Sometimes you have to use a game for data, especially when you want to understand what they're going to do up in the corner and your character doesn't have that defense as you mentioned. You have to understand the rotation, the other person's rotation, and then how you can escape it. Obviously, they knew what to do, as they just showed us how to get in between SQ strings. But it took a game to understand that and then figure out a way to finesse them 2 games up.
And Kshu's in-game name is Blackbeard. Now, I'm not a One Piece person. Isn't it Whitebeard who wears the white coat?
It is.
Blackbeard wear a white coat, too.
But Blackbeard kind of got one. Whitebeard also got like 2, so.
He's the One Piece's real guy, right?
Yeah. One Piece is real. Uh-oh, this cage is real. All right, now.
Oh, it is real.
How many times have we found that opening? A jump cancel, being able to open up, ducking.
That's the thing about Johnny. The 50-50s are so potent. The really only, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The only execution barrier for Johnny is that you kind of have to fast receive literally everything with it.
Yeah. Breaking the wall right here. We're going to RC, skates on through. It's just the awareness just to kind of just walk underneath. Where other people might just kind of sit on the ground and wait for that next interaction to happen. They're very adept at not only understanding like the matchup or where things might land, but how SQ wants to play.
Yes, absolutely. But the way that SQ wants to play right now just isn't working out. That's the problem. Back up against the wall, set point for Kshu.
they don't find the proper area to like enter like a 6-speed, they'll go for the close slash. They'll just wait again. The proper timing. Gets the counter hit pickup.
Put into the corner. Yeah, just walk up throw.
As the RC might be seen to come through for an instant overhead again. FD back throw. Hold on now, plus frames. Close slash sends out the sword.
Might be an incident here. One of the last chances for SQ. Got to cash out big on this one. Mortabato, hard knockdown.
This bar here. Kshu, what are we doing? We're bucking up for right now. Break on the throw, doesn't expect any bar for any FD, just jumps out. RC gets in with the explosion. Oh my god. The shimmy into the dash up throw, close slash, dance cancel. And you see the boulder was in there for the plus frames. Kshu holding tight. Back throwing again to get the win. SQ still in. Oh my god.
By the skin of her teeth, able to stay alive, but not out of the woods yet. Kshu is still sitting at set point and with full burst to boot going into this round.
Card is out. Just to even dare you to approach on the ground. That's why we see the jump, the 6K instead as the anti-air approach. Kshu now utilize that a little bit more often. Follow up.
This is really brutal. Into the super. Let's see it, chat. First time for the night. What's his name?
Say my name. With a J, capitalized.
My name's Jeff.
Jeff? I don't know if that's the same one.
YRC says, get off me, but that is still so much meter, so much cash sitting on Kshu's side.
This game to win, all he needs is like a whip punish for a button, just like this. Red RC, close slash, the double dash up, into the super, Joker trick, and that's it. Bro, Kshu.
The dash still able to pick up, that was disgusting.
Top 8, yes sir. Not gonna wait for this action. It's gonna be Jack versus Hotashi. Oh, a nasty match to start off the night.
Ooh, trying to go for the scrape and lick, but no one home. And just sends out the gold burst. Hotashi a little blood drunk right now.
Yeah, no, it's good right now. Bloody spin in, but this again, the way the gambler plays, looking for any sort of opening and running with it. BRC overhead with a jump K, double 6H, able to break the wall. Still gets a gamer stake on him, so the shots are gonna rock. 2D knockdown, the back door. RC, oh, I got a mix of my own.
Oh, and the Deus Ex Machina is gonna get bursted. Hotashi able to stay alive. Bro, the velocity on that.
Again, try to bloody spin, close slash, just with an air throw instead. 2P. Jack. You see how dominant he is. It has been all these online brackets, and even offline, being 6th, as you mentioned, at EVO. First offline tournament was EVO.
Still insane to me.
Actually, wow. 2S5H finds the mark, though. Hotashi is an ARC champion. It's under third. Perfect as a rebuttal.
Yeah, Hotashi's been playing Guilty Gear for a long time, all the way back in the Exer days. One of the best L-Felts in all of North America and the world.
True. Gamer staying, gonna break the wall right after. We need bullets to play with too as well. You see him back up for just a little bit, dashing in 2K2D. Gun whip. Gamer staying. Agent 47 send this man to heaven. One more interaction after this though.
Got in the machine, getting the hard knockdown. Oh, but the burst comes out. Every time after burst, that's the problem, is that Hotashi bursts and then immediately goes for just the hyper Beyblade. Lets it rip as hard as one can, and Jack just has to sit there and block.
I think it's because like you would believe that after that burst, you'd wait a little bit, maybe like assess the situation. And so like Hotashi's trying to play around that idea of like, that person's gonna, you know, they're gonna dash in and try to take the advantage right after the burst, right? Yeah. Or maybe do something to interact with, and it's not happening. Jack's like, no, I'm cool to chill. I'm chilling over here. It's
not a bad idea from Hotashi. It just hasn't worked so far yet. It's gonna catch if Jack tries to pull out the gun. It's gonna catch if Jack tries to go for curse as well, right? Either of those options, it will blow up. But so far, Jack has just been so patient.
It's one of those things where, you know, shout out to chat for actually mentioning this. Jack's defense is so good that that nerf to clone has not stopped them at all. Like, defensively, their mental game in this is insane around how they're playing around the characters, the players. 2K start, getting the counter combo in the pickup right here. Hard shots, burst immediately, though, to get some distance. And this is where the clone comes out, just to be able to get some of that stank on first, more so than to kind of interrupt some of your normals or your strings.
Oh, but a back throw, that's quite the interruption there from Hotashi. Is going to get Goomba stomped, though. 6H OTG, it's so brutal.
It's so good.
Scrape and lick.
Yo, overhead. Play spin. Goes to low this time and switches it up with a close slash finish. Hotashi bringing that great defense that we know from Jack. But again, in the corner, we all falter to this character. 5K, bloody spin, immediate burst. Stay away from the worst corner. Into bust, could have been real bad. It's about to happen. But at least Jack is able to float on out. Like, that could have been bad had it been on hit.
Oh, but speaking of on hit, just takes the opportunity there to get the focus, reset into a dust with the slump. That was gnarly. Able to actually take the corner like that and going to be able to take the round here with the Deus Ex Machina. Hotashi didn't ask for this.
Never asked for this. You see the switch up though from Jack? Didn't have the bullets, will still stay in to get that CQC. You see close range combat and make the magic happen from there. The comfortability of no matter when they're out of resources or if they are is expert level. Along with the defense, that's good.
He just knows that Happy Chaos also has incredible buttons, so he can stay in CQC, right?
Yep. That's why you see the bar A2S. Look at the reward that you get off of this. Still, Jack knows. Counter poke working out fantastic. Breaks the wall. Bar back. They wait until they get a little bit more bar to work with. 2P. The shot behind with the Glock. Wall pin. Super. Of course.
Once again, rat-a-tat-tat like that. Hard knockdown. Oh, no. Nobody home swinging at Ghost.
Lights aren't even on, bro. Red RC. He's got the burst trying to fade it out. Wall pins. Not even going for the Slump Dog Millionaire. Still fine. You get so much more bar. However, the far slash, this weird interaction works out.
If Hotashi can bait out the burst, if Hotashi can bait out the burst, he can still take this. Look at that.
You're right.
About 80% of your health gone.
And RC immediately. RC's again, just to be able to block it up. They put the back throw.
And bit by bit, Hotashi is trying to dismantle this house that Jack has built, one floor at a time.
It's just certain pieces in terms of like defense after certain interactions. They don't always work, but when they work, it leads to so much more damage. It leads to an advantage in terms of like positioning. Whatever it may be, it's working out for Hotashi, and he's understanding how Jack wants to play, when he wants to press. But it's by a precipice, though. It's by one interaction, it could flip into Jack being up 2. Right now, it's game to game, though.
That's why they call him the one-shot character.
That's true. I mean, he lives up to the name even more so this season. Every season, it's gotten more and more like that with the character.
Uh-oh, but look at this blood gauge teetering on the edge, and he is going to pop. So lucky he got that 5H.
Yeah.
Would have absolutely died if otherwise. But might actually die anyway. Hold up. Back on.
Yeah.
Gold burst. Oh, just do it again. Your health is so low now. Might as well pop.
We're going to fight in between. The step down, baits out the burst. Almost into the ground. He commits to the far slash conversion. No, 5K counter hit.
Okay.
Gets the DP right after. Still good. Still fine. Hotashi.
That far slash 5H didn't work because he wasn't in level 2 blood because of the bite.
So commit to like a far slash record would have been better, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And that
at least get the knockdown.
Uh-oh, but 5D up in the guts.
The super. Jack wants the advantage in health. I don't mind him using the bar and breaking the wall at this distance. Fantastic. Dash up this time. Sometimes we see the gamer stink, but this time he goes in again, and he had the bullets. So like sometimes you look at the resources, see what they're gonna do. Jack is not that type of player. You can look at the resource, say he's got bullets. He might sit back and shoot the gat like that. Not the likes of Jack. He switches it up and takes Hotashi off guard.
That's what makes him so difficult to defend against too. But really, what puts him over the edge is that defense. Right, we've seen so many Happy Chaos players with phenomenal offense, but Jack's defense is just next level. Oh no. Oh, just a throw punish. Not gonna matter though. Hotashi's burst is gonna get baited, and Jack is gonna go up 2-1 here in this top 8 winners.
It's funny how like a throw isn't the most optimal punish in that scenario, but it's still a really good punish because like you keep them in that cutscene so long that, you know, their health is winding down so much anyway. So like one more interaction after that was gonna be the victory. Jack still able to clean it up. 2 games totality. And again, it's adding more offense now here for Jack. Like my defense is good. He's breaking me down, but when I get offensive, it's got to really matter. And playing around the idea of like, I have these resources. I'm sure you're thinking that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do something completely different. Flipping the script, Jack.
Yeah, when he gets that offensive, he's got to be offensive.
Didn't Hotashi say the best defense is offense?
That's true. I mean, he's living up to that right now, though. All offense here with the Nagoriyuki. Nice backdash there on the gunshot attempt into a clean punish, getting the burst early out of Jack.
And the clone just to set up to put on the stank and rock with the shocks. I don't mind that. And then also, like, it sets up a little bit of a spacing difference here for Hotashi. Kind of awkward for him to jump in. Jack was able to get the roll in the side switch. Super, wall break, bar back in the pocket.
And Jack's just proven to be such an unstoppable force here. Hotashi has been able to take a game off of him, but needs to push a little bit further, needs to make him bleed even more.
YRC trying to get the 2D. 2K2D finally comes through, able to reload, restock, and realign themselves. Burst run from the side of Hotashi. Has to be careful, running out of blood. Had to go for that 5H. He was going to bust, but right before it hit the tip, he's able to stave it off. Staving off set point, too, as well. Bloody spin in. How we started off.
Oh, a little bit of a scramble situation there. Not sure what's going on, but is able to get the pop into the close slash. Look at that 6H. Good Lord, you're dead. Mask back on. Blocks the...
So he took the health and the burst. Pusheisty on Hotashi. Game to game along with Jack. Bro, that's insane.
He didn't even have to do that.
Well, you know what? It sends a message.
He didn't have to RC. He could have just supered.
I mean, it sends a message. Sometimes you got to let people know. You got to let them know.
I'm sure.
That's something, honestly,
sure.
That's something Hotashi would do.
That is something he would do.
The gambler playstyle is part of that, but that I need to get to you mentally is a big part of how Hotashi plays.
The question is, can you get to Jack mentally? Jack feels like he is just uncrackable from a mental perspective. He is always playing on his game plan, unshakable. Uh-oh.
Air throw. Salt the roach.
Shook now. There's the bite one more time.
At the refrigerator. Uh-oh. Can't go for seconds. You want to diet. Big bang. Backdash. Bloody spin in. Gets a low conversion right there. Off the bloody spin. The burst does happen here. Jack affords himself some distance for a little bit.
All right, 5H. Look at the chip damage on that, too. Chip damage and guard break on those heavy normals. So strong. But Jack wants to refill those bullets. Buy some time here also to get some of that focus gauge back because it is low.
Yeah, it's all good to good. Spins the super right now to get back in business. Oh, red RC. Go slash. And try to catch him on recovery with the dust. Didn't get it, but got the follow-up right after because he got the bullets. Jack on set point. Just look at the layers that Jack is putting on offense. Like, we talk about how good his defense is, but his offense, especially when he's routing it in the right that he wants it, is damn near immaculate.
Oh, another blood pop here from Hotashi. 6H break the wall. Good God. Problem is, though, you're going to lose a lot of life in the... Wow! Who cares? Who cares? 2S5H, final game, final round. Can Hotashi knock Jack down a peg and send them to losers?
Goes down to this. Shots to the Glock. 2K2D knockdown. Burst.
Ooh, this is a bad position here. Sitting at level 3. Blood. You can't sound out any special moves. Has no burst to save you either, Cola.
Yeah, you see the IB right there against the dust. Trying to go for the throw. Grabbing nothing but air right there. Pick up. Into the super after this is going to be looking not so good for Mans.
Now running in. Stopping just short for the 2S. Super focus.
That's fine. Jack's like, this is great. I got the heavy shots on the Glock from the down the block. What are you going to do? He actually goes in. Wild assault, the side switch, and the dash up 2P. That's victory. That is Jack still in prime position to take another tournament.
What do we say, Cola? This guy is the final boss of North American Guilty Gear right now. Right, Kshuewhatdamoo.
All right.
What is the move? Coming up against Walter here. Other side, top 8 winners.
See what happens. Seeing some of these Millia players rise to top 8. A certain person going to be very happy about that. Under the super.
With the lowest effective health in the game, making it top 8.
Yeah. The super not going to kill. One more touch wheel, though, and this is a bad position against this type of character.
Ooh,
Dash up, throwing the FD. Yeah.
And that would have been so fake pre-buff Johnny, right? If Johnny was to do a safe jump on you and try and dash into, you would just laugh and throw him.
Right, that thing would be a little slow, but look at him. Got to care fast. Bring to the armor. Taking out the card, red RC, another card. Decent defense here. And I like the dash up 2K2D. Had to do something. Risk H was getting hot and heavy. Catch the back dash.
And remember, whenever he tosses card, unless he's fast or seeing it, it's always going to be a gap. So you don't allow him to steal those turns back and getting your own turn here for Walter. Hard knockdown.
Very good reminder. A lot of players kind of, we've seen let that go because the mental stack adds up. But Walter has been so good on the grounded approach, both offense and defense previously. burst run right now so he can keep up that same sort of energy he did earlier in these games. Air car up against the corner, jump H, cancel. Bad Moon, able to open him up. Kill him with the super, yes sir.
Bro, Bad Moon fast RC into 2S is so diabolical. That's like the MKX Aaron Mack.
Oh yeah. He sets down the...
Where he does overhead low immediately with the pistol whip. That's exactly what it feels like, bro.
Looks better from her, though.
That game had rollback too, and people still weren't blocking it.
So they could be on the reaction thing that we were doing a little late or earlier, but...
I said Aaron Mack, Aaron Black.
Aaron Black?
Excuse me.
Aaron Mack? I knew what you were going for. Capelli's, listen, last season would have done a lot more work right there. Again, using that more as a movement tool. Walter, unfortunately, is chased down. RC to keep the pressure on with the 2S for the follow-up. Very good stuff. Use that bar. Continue on the momentum.
Oh, gets the throw. And that's going to be another round here for Kshuewhatdamoo.
Walter, mix on that thing. Twerk on that thing.
No, it's Walter.
Walter.
Walter, mix on that thing.
That's a, oh no. Oh, I thought you were starting the voice, but,
No,
oh,
no.
okay. See, I'm
It's
sorry.
everyone's favorite podcaster.
Uh-huh. I got some more coins. Did you?
No.
Oh. Suffice to say, I'm out of some money.
That's why Cole is here tonight.
Get the gear on that thing. Anyway, burst run immediately from the side of Walter. I can't keep up.
Should
Capel.
we burst on that thing?
Burst on that thing.
Okay, 2K2D. Artemis trying to keep the pressure going. Oh, I like the wild assault attempt out, but not going to actually connect. Spends the whole burst aggressively like that.
Wow. Kshu has been. Like, we've seen them use the burst like that continuously, but not in that order, like where they use it that consistently, at least in that round. Close slash, 2S, really trying to get right up in this character's grill. Does find the opening. FD ain't gonna save you, dog.
Yeah, bro, hook us up. We'll go on.
Yeah.
Close slash into Bad Moon. Bad Moon, no meter. That is always the scariest thing when you see Millia players pull that out. But Energy Kyoka pulling out the 48 months. Welcome back and thank you.
Eons. Like that. The dash cancel right there to get the grip. Saw the FD. Multiple room for a lot of FD, and it makes sense, but that's just allowing Kshu to read the defensive patterns of the character. Maybe we'll see some more 2P, you know, at barring some 4-frame. Oh, the IB. Some people have been caught by that dash through and the Artemis right after. Not Kshu.
Well, Kshu getting caught by that close slash from Walter, though. The 2S keeping the pressure up. Chasing to the skies. Oh, that's crazy damage, actually, too.
Not bad for aerial approach. Mostly from Millia. No bar utilized just yet. Jump H connects. Into the super. Yeah, immediate cancel. Kill this character before they can even think about running a burst tournament route. A comeback. You've seen Kshu be a little more offensive than defensive, at least thus far. Jump H does land 2K2D. Burst immediately against the disc.
Yeah, I like waking up with burst there, right? Once you get knocked down, you don't want to hold the mix-up at all. Makes a lot of sense.
But 6K, that would be good to like chase them down. They try to go to the air. Lock them down.
Oh, a little reset there from Kshu. Actually got the close slash into the 2S, but opted just to dash right back on in. Getting a little greedy here, but it's going to pay off now.
Jump cancel, able to open them up. 2S.
Oh my god, it looked like Kshu mixed himself up actually with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you try to go like for a 6P right there. That's not the best option for this character for an anti-air choice. Into the dash up, super. Wait. And what's next? Walter has had some disgusting mix, but Kshu has had some decent defense against like the dash through Artemis. The back dash against the close slash. Does not want to hold the pressure, put the dash up 6P instead from Walter. He might be dead. Yes, sir. Jump H. Had a wall break if need be. It's victory. Walter.
One apiece. Walter finally bringing things back in, a little bit of momentum here, also being more airborne. Walter, we've already talked about previously on stream, so good at playing that grounded footsies game, but I think definitely Millia belongs in the sky. She is the queen of the skies for a reason here, coming at you in those really difficult to anti-air angles, especially falling right on top of your head with that JH, which we saw Kshu mixing himself up with that dash, right?
How good is the 6P actually? Now I think about it.
6P against it?
Or just 6P, like how good is his 6P in general?
His 6P is okay.
Would you rather use close slash?
I think close slash might actually be a better pick.
Okay.
Close slash is really fast, hits pretty decently high, right? It definitely leads to way more damage. But if you can get a 6P, you can go into S Misfinder to get a knockdown.
That must be like a harder option for him if 6P isn't as good as like his close slash. That is less in terms of like an anti-air approach. And again, you mentioned there's a lot of dead zones that are not being covered. And Walter's playing nice and close, gets a jump H.
once again, mixing himself up in that same scenario. He's dashing around a lot while Walter is in the skies and is just getting caught by that falling JH.
He's playing so close and comfortable. Yeah, again, immediate jump H. It's a bad move, good kid. Dash up close slash. Try to go for it. We do see finally, I think that was 6P. 2P. Reset, looking for the overhead.
Little Lust Shaker action there. Runs right into Johnny's arms, though. Toss back into the corner.
Dash up close slash. That's a close slash again to lock him up. Jail no bail. Finds an opening. Close slash. Hit him with the super. We want to keep this pressure going and flowing. Thank you, chat. If directly under, close slash is better. It still looks like it's a little bit of a dead zone, though. Walter's been able to maneuver around it very well.
Yeah, it all really depends when you can get it out. But, oh, Walter holding on to the corner there with a fastfall. Goes for the Artemis to try and get a button press. Nice 6K.
What?
The little staircase overheads there.
That's not the heaven, I'll tell you that. Game to game round around the jump K. Follow up right after that was it. I know you can do that.
I mean, I know he could, but it always looks so weird against like a smaller character like Millia, right? Something you see more often against like the tall characters of the big bodies.
Yeah. Okay, 2D knockdown in the back door. Find the mix. Using the wild assault for some offense to continue this conversion. Red RC. Nice and high to fly the dust.
Still not enough, even with the Artemis. Just too much scaling on that combo. And that's fine. IDJH. Gonna be able to close that out.
Every time he's been able to be in like that one character length and be able to ID has been big success for Walter, right? Jump H, not even just that button, to be able to like fast fall, Artemis stuck in every so often, or just set up for anything just in general, any sort of button, or even if he wants to go to the skies, there might be an aerial button. Regardless, that area is such a hard angle for Johnny to deal with, and maybe some players, depending on the timing that Walter's coming through. So like, for him to take that risk to be that close to this character, it's a lot.
Yeah, and especially that, you mentioned that JH range, that IED range, specifically at that character length, it's going to go over the far slash here. And what does Johnny really have as an anti-air option? He's got the 6P. If he tries to go for 6K, there's a chance he could pass right underneath Millia, right?
True.
So you're seeing really good callouts there with the IED JH from Walter.
Oh, now adding Capel, just to have that aerial approach that's a little bit more difficult to deal with, a little bit more variance. Knockdown with the throw. But on offense, I mean, he's fantastic. Look at this. Wild assault, gets the extension, wall break. No Oki, but hey, this is okay. We have such a big league of bar to work with too as well.
Oh, I thought maybe would have been able to actually get a pickup there, but it's not really going to matter anyway. Blocks the YRC, putting Walter to the fire. Now trying to take this all the way to game 5.
Oh, with punish, round Sard. Caught the leg out. Jump H. They break the wall, of course. Not want this to go back to neutral. You want your bar too as well. Find some extensions.
Oh, but the dash to put you right in harm's way of the card.
Super. Performing some big boy damage. He'll fall up right after this. Dash up 5K to S.
Nice. I like the dash up 5K instead of just going for the safe jump as always. Into the fully charged dust there. That was really clean. Now Walter on the back foot.
Little dash and whip punch, we talked about that. Great neutral. Being able to convert more often than not off the 2K2D. Delays this time, finds a close slash. Bad mood, opens up with the overhead. Artemis, 2H.
No.
Is he dead?
No!
Ooh.
Too much scaling. A magic pixel left but 100 meter.
Oh!
It beats it! Artemis beats it! What? What? Hold on.
Wait,
All right,
wait,
pulled up Dust Loop. What's this hitbox?
No. Let's. Holy gap! Walter. Bro. I get to pick up Walter.
Walter, okay. Still staying alive here, sitting at set point, able to score the throw.
Jump H, 2K2D knockdown. This time you see a little bit more of the FD. Super in between the string. Say my name.
It's Jay.
Slash, YRC lets it free for a little bit. This hair card extension. Forcing on some defense here. Walter hit with the Capel. But didn't really get him knocked out because, again, weaker this season. Oh, IB out of there.
Runs right under the flip. That was so smart. And just like that, Walter is able to close it out. Moving on to winners finals. And chat, look at this.
Check it out.
Look at that hitbox.
in that top spot, though, like...
You can make a case, but you could also make a case that, I don't know, Kai is top 2.
That's true.
Make a case Happy Chaos is top 2.
I don't think it's crystal clear, man. I think if you have top-level players not being able to have a consensus, it's a good sign for the game. Either way, I'm just happy to see some good Guilty Gear, okay?
Ram, Goalie, May, Sin, Johnny. Which of those characters is winning anything right now?
Actually, I'm going to give Star on Ram. SQ might do it tonight, though. But gotta be from loser's side, has to fight Dany. You know one of the things that you mentioned that stuck with me for a long time? Like last week, you said Dany has the best zoning in this game, or one of the best top zoners in this game. And it stuck with me because it's so imperative now this season, because the follow-ups that you get with Stun, you know, Stun Edge. The fact that you get the Shock Stay, I should say, DP Enders and stuff that align for more damage for him, like that's going to be imperative. However, SQ has been anti-zoning all day. Throwing out the sword against the fireballs has been part of her game plan.
That was specifically what really pushed her over the edge against Scambolini, allowed her to take that edge, right? So Dany is definitely going to have to figure out a different kind of game plan. That classic, you know, TK fireball game plan or a long-range fireball isn't going to work out when swords are on deck.
Good read right there, but Dany able to land the back throw. RC to get the 6P, of course. Counter hit, anti-air, dash up throw, meaty fireball incoming, jump D, jump S. Defense for how long? For how long? Able to jump out. Almost got the sword swipe against the far slash. That would have been great.
Oh, but slide right on in. Yeah, and then just closing out the round. Hey, chat's got opinions.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'll fix it for you. May is in top 3. Slash is top 3.
Ooh. I don't agree with that, but let's go on. I agree that he's amazing, though. I agree.
Hits its mark into the heavy stun edge for the Yoki.
Gets a stun. And we get the close slash. Back flare. And back dash. Yeah, looking for that zoning. Whoa, what a block. The 6P right after the space trap. Well done from SQ. The super?
Oh, yep. Hit him with the Gamma Ray. Calvados.
Calvados. What do you say? I'm saying it right? I said the Gundam Wing.
The Gundam Wing? That's not fire.
Oh, what was the super? Has to RC. Big waste of bar, but let's get the jump in.
A really expensive reversal, but Dany now in the driver's seat. Has to watch out for that meter here on SQ's side, though. Oh, no. Getting caught jumping there right into another Calvados. You might be... No, okay. Oh,
no, you're right. Trust yourself.
The jump scare right at the end.
The flip right after the super to get it. Very smart stuff from SQ. You know, that follow-up, you just believe in yourself. You know what you're talking about. Kind of mid damage, but you see what just happened after that? City, my friend.
Calvados? No, Calvados doesn't take 100 meter. It just takes both swords, I believe. I don't believe it takes 100 meter.
Ooh.
No, Gamma Ray takes 100 meter. You just have to have both swords to do Calvados.
Yeah.
It doesn't like automatically call them back like before.
Woohoo. Burst spit right now. That's air to air. Good jump D follow up. Look at the far slash counter and sends up the sword to put him up against the wall. The DP from downtown clips a limb.
Oh, 5P to stuff out the Futhray arc. SQ getting the bounce all the way to the corner. Well, Ram just flipping in on you.
It's even better this season. Get that bounce depending on which version you use. So it's pretty damn good. Red RC. Oh, dude, he won the plus frames with the 6K. Denies that with the Morobato.
I mean, you got to see that coming. 100 meter on Ram.
Gonna spend it.
Just because she's changed a lot as a character doesn't mean that's changed.
Change was still the same. Now as a person. Dash up throw. Fireball again. Jump D. Dust this time, Red RC. Find a different opener.
Positive bonus for Dany, about to get that burst back too. Things are looking up.
Just not being able to find the proper times against like the far slash. Usually it's been such like a good poke. Like if you back up, you find far slash yourself with Kai, but the timing SQ has been a little bit too difficult for Dany to place down. Without that fireball to kind of rule the neutral, it might be kind of hard for him to play the game that he wants to play.
Ooh, and trying to go in to get that throw. I think you're absolutely correct, Cola. We're not seeing Dany be able to really play that I won't say zoning game, but that fireball game that he always feels so comfortable doing.
Yeah, try to establish it. Even like now, SQ isn't using like the sword toss. She's doing like IB, dash up IB immediately against the fireball. Like almost like parrying it and then keeping on her ground, staying on 10 toes, standing on business. I love that, because that's disallowing Dany from having that dash of pressure right after.
Yeah, and standing on 2-0 right now.
Ooh.
That's 10 toes.
10 toes. No 10 toe. SQ only needs one more game to move over Dany, who has been pretty damn dominant. I'm surprised we're not seeing more support for Dany. Usually when Dany come up, whole contingent. Whole game.
Yeah, where's the
Where the
Dany
crew
copy
at?
pastas? Where's the Kai brothers? Come together in prayer.
You better power up your boy. We're about to be a quick game right now. SQ has had some really good defense up in the corner, generally speaking, and defensive mid-screen, as we mentioned, against the fireballs.
Where's the Curse of Ra?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I haven't seen that in a while. Hello now.
Nice spacing from SQ. Massive mortal counter with that 5H.
Oh, man, that system is crazy. Far Slash actually comes through in the clutch right here, getting the knockdown with the Scum Dipper. In again, red RC, dash up, goes to the fireballs. Like, if I can't apply it mid-screen, I'm going to put it in a combo.
Low slash connects into the RC.
Oh, yeah, that's a good time to spend. I really
Calvados
feel
is
it.
100% gonna kill. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
the big change with Calvados is it takes both swords, but it does way more damage now.
So you're only going to see it like when they know it's going to kill.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine. Uh-oh. Now Fireball's working out. Far Slash, on assault, close slash in between, die clear. And once the string is ended, the Far Slash comes through from SQ, getting the counter hit.
Oh, big whiff on that JH though, just kind of overshot the jump and gonna get sent through the wall for her troubles.
They was kind of already moving forward in the first place too as well, so just a really bad interaction. Look how much health is gone from that interaction though.
Still has access to burst and can easily even up this health total, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Well,
hold up, might actually be dead here into the DP. Yeah, you're a goner.
5K, DP, as you said. Finds the finish with the Vapor Thrust. Okay, Dany, give us more games. I want to see more.
Still sitting at set point. Nice pickup, 6H, just with the tip of the toes there too.
The confidence to meet this character up in the air. Obviously, the effective range of Ram is similar to what Kai wants to be at, but her placement of her far slashes, aerial and ground, have been better so far. So out the sword again, staggering every so often, far slash. Not seeing too big conversions. We don't get any counter hits just yet. Just fireballs.
Oh, once again, overshooting that JH, right? But course correcting this time with the PRC.
Only one sword to your name. The far slash does hit. Flip, kick, fireball right after it. Deflect this time from SQ. Didn't have to go for the IB.
I think Deflect was smart, right? You're pushing them out to make sure that once the fireball's gone, he's not right on top of you pressing that close slash.
True. And maybe you can bar with like a 6P possibly. Maybe 5P or 2P. It's out the sword. Dash up 2K. Dash up throw. In with the red RC. SQ with the victory.
And moving on in the loser side. And that
Anji on the screen.
up against EdEddNEddie. Look at that. Zato in top 8.
Hold on now. This happened last week. It's happening
I
now.
know, but
Zato
it's a
believers.
different Zato this time.
That's true.
It's a different Zato.
Which is even better. Usually people say, well, this character's strong. Rebuttal is, well, it's just this person doing it. As 2 players now.
So 2 different Zatos making it to the top 8 in 2 different weeks.
2 different styles too as well.
And here we go. Get the applause.
All right, the backdash, 2S. Invite. Oh, able to get the counter hit and the pick up with the right after it. Jump D. Get some distance. Then with the overhead, yeah, I'd YRC too. However, the 6P was all according to Kaiku.
Oh, but nice jump out there. Just avoiding the close slash altogether. Leap is going to get the anti-air, but unfortunately unable to get the pickup afterwards.
I mean, still a win. Like, you push him up in the corner. Like, you get that push. Either way. Lucky Ha. Overhead this time. Risk finding a lot of reward. Tap dust.
It didn't build up enough meter,
Yeah.
but that's fine. The RC drift backwards was such a genius play there from MacMens. Recognized the oppose and said, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Not my hood, not my scene. Spin right to the far slash starter. The dash, the corpse, run, able to get the grip right after. Looking for delayed throw. It's neutral jump instead. The guillotine coming for that neck.
Oh, the pickup with 2S, so clean.
Dash up, close slash, command grab soon. Oh, went for jump P.
Got a little bit of a scramble there and gets clipped by the far slash. Now MacMens should be able to get the wall break here. Gets super just in time. That's going to be a grip of damage.
That's going to be a lot, especially on Zato. Not so good for him. Okay, after this, MacMens, what are we doing? Dash up 2P. IB right after. Let's him take his turn back. Back throw. There we go.
No, chat, that is not the real Keanu Reeves, all right? We all know that if Keanu played Guilty Gear, he would 100% be a Soul player.
You think?
Or Happy Chaos.
I think Happy Chaos.
He'd probably really vibe with Happy Chaos.
Yeah, I think he'd be Happy Chaos.
But he also, like, he wants to play Wolverine. He's, you know, he just likes those gruff characters.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Soul fits too.
Soul could fit. Buys the gun for some fun with Happy Chaos. I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's got the gun flame.
Okay, good point. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would have a very nice Happy Chaos. You're absolutely right. Well, first game to MacMens.
I can't believe he Shadow the Hedgehog, bro.
The Chaos Control. I can't do his voice. I'm not going to try. My bad. I'm sorry, Keanu. There was a very bad take.
Damn Chaos Emeralds.
Whoa.
All right, MacMens getting the spin right on in. Pick up with the 5K as well. Yep, EdEddNEddie with the burst, not to go through the wall.
Yeah, but you see that MacMens was able to use that bar just right off the rip. You know, using that for more offense. Uh-oh. We'll have some defense behind you. Leapfrog catches him trying to leave. The trade. Low slash, far slash. Not enough time to anti with the 6P. Unfortunately, YRC, we see MacMens being able to wait in between some of these strings, looking for those offensive options with meter.
Great block on the other side from MacMens. EdEddNEddie with the run under.
Lucky hop, but too far for the punish.
EdEddNEddie can't seem to crack MacMens open. It doesn't matter how many times you swap sides.
Does. Has RC to continue the pressure. Lucky hop. I'm surprised. Maybe 2K tuning doesn't work at that distance. I know it's been nerfed in a way where it's easier to punish, but even maybe worse for Zato still.
Here we go. Trying to keep the pressure up, though, with the sword. No works for wear. There's the 5D with the meat tenderizer, but it's not a lot of damage. JD!
6H. Breaks the wall. Go back to neutral, though. Immediate Fujin. Red RC. 2S. Go for the overhead. Deflect was already out. RC. Buffed up the co. 6P.
Oh, wow. It actually didn't kill little Eddie. That's huge.
He's back. He's going to just spin on in. You see how he just committed?
Bro, right through the frog.
What do you mean he just committed? What do you mean? Oh, okay, now, so this is the thing I feel like we see MacMens every time he's on the string. He'll go for more risky options with the Fujin, and then as the game goes on, as the set goes on, he'll go for the plus frame scenario first, and then go for more Fujin options. Like he's layering on that positive scenario, and then putting in the other ones that are risky without bar.
Absolutely. And layering in those risky options is really how you catch your opponent off guard. You see it with the Millia players who go for bad moon with no meter, right?
Yep. Got to start off positive first, though. I like that from MacMens, switching it up a little bit.
Double wild assault push all the way to the corner. Look at that wrist gauge. The fear bar, it's growing.
And you saw the double Fujin right there. He changed for the character, and he's been watching the back door. No opening. Everything locked. Uh-oh. Ed through the windows. Spigot clap. Corner push. Dust. Leapfrog. Wait for the throw. 5P. There, a command grab instead. More than I bargained for.
Here comes the Pierce once again. Into the applause. I think we got to see another break the law here. Not able to break open MacMens' defense with these highs and lows, but gets a whiff punish. Nothing out of it, though.
Think big, at least. Leapfrog. Got you leaving. Staggering just a little bit.
Oh, he had to unsummon Eddie, or else Eddie was going to go away.
Dust. Look how hard he's working right now. Overhead.
Ed can't follow up off it. Didn't have the meter. And just like that, the fish coming through. That koi's more like a dragon.
Oh. Overhead. The risk taken finds reward MacMens.
All that work, EdEddNEddie had multiple opportunities that if it was just a little different, he could have killed. If he had a little bit more of that Eddie gauge,
right,
he would have been able to kill, but had to unsummon Eddie to make sure that he had Eddie to go for the next mix-up, right? If he had 50 meter on the 6K, would have been able to kill, but just didn't have it. Just, everything fell apart there. He worked so hard for it.
In the reverse, though, MacMens being defensive in those situations, still, even when the other person's resetting their meter, getting themselves back in the brink, you know what I'm saying, go back to like the hands of just Zato and no Eddie behind it, just shows to me like MacMens' defense is insane, regardless of those situations where Ed had to work even more so.
I mean, look at him there. He was able to actually call it the fake break the law. Finally got hit by the second one, but it took 2 break the laws in that one sequence to actually open him up.
MacMens' defense in 8 has been fantastic. Reversal 2P, jumps out. 5P is there, but 2S lands a lot more, forcing out the burst. Still, MacMens should be able to get cooked right now. Leapfrog, close slash, 2H to sword. He said, I'll spin some bar.
Oh, the pose?
He said, that away. He went that away. 2S, he jumps it, 2S.
Oh, no
the
fish
spin.
this time.
A lot of predictiveness. Like, it's not just like Fujin now. It's like, I know there's predictive spins and also these bigger norms like R/2 at the mid-screen. That's been a big setup point for Ed, and now it's been taken away.
So is his life here right into Super. That's going to set up MacMens here at set point.
True. Oh, yeah. Some of the RC just to make sure. Just to make sure. Set point.
And for how much we've seen EdEddNEddie really pull up a lot of close rounds and taking a lot of really solid rounds as well, he doesn't even have a point on the board yet.
He doesn't. It's been some like round-around scenarios, but just not able to close it out, clutch it out. MacMens being able to tank things, great in a defense, not getting open up. As soon as I say this, Commentators worse, this is not good. The Super breaking through the wall right now, building the bar back. That maintenance of meter that Ed has had to do is going to be less and less right now. Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go, right into Amorphous. And able to finally get one on the board here for EdEddNEddie.
Life has many doors. All right, so Ed, way better job of like being able to get bar and use those resources, so he doesn't have to go for like 16 mixes to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely makes sense. Like, and we see a lot of risk from the side of MacMens, but when that's not happening, when he's on the back foot, and there's more things to worry about, more damage that's going to happen from these conversions, and more things that are going to be like, okay, even if you have a sticky character, it doesn't matter.
And yeah, that's what it really all comes down to, is trying to squeeze out all the damage that you can out of these interactions to break through the tankiness of Anji. But first, you got to break through just his defense in general. The blocks here from MacMens.
Russell 2B though, from MacMens. Proper timing, 2S to keep him at a distance. Backdash, but then you see the tracking from the plus frames off the fan.
Great block, but no challenge, no punish.
Yeah, on the overhead was given an opportunity to possibly get a knockdown.
Oh my gosh. That one was just kind of given away free, unfortunately, from EdEddNEddie. Could have absolutely scored a knockdown, like you mentioned, after blocking the overhead.
And we've seen what he can do. With knockdown in a bar. MacMens will take that to the bank. Dash underneath. Preemptiveness again. We see the spin. When every so often, when he feels like there's going to be a bigger option or a bigger normal, finds a reward with the spin to avoid some situations. Jump B, side switch here. It's going to be an IB soon. No 2S.
Just trying to play the spacing game. Oh my god, got caught even with the PRC on the way back up. Last burst here for EdEddNEddie.
Yes.
Lock in now or go home.
Lock, you better lock in and clock in. Pro slash 2S.
About to have to work overtime here too.
And MacMens enforcing the trade to try to get the kill. And after this follow-up, he will. Yes, sir, MacMens. Again, knowing that he had out for that transaction, was going to trade regardless. We talked about how it's an important element. If you have the help to be able to play with, use it. You know, that's a resource. Let's get to 100 people. Come on, we definitely can do it. Some great action on a Monday Guilty Gear flavor. SQ versus Hotashi. Loser side.
Only donate if you can.
Only
I
if you
hear
can.
Yeah, only if you can. We're not trying to bleed you guys dry here.
No.
You know how this economy is.
Yeah. As commentators, we hella know. 2H, 5H, blood boosted up means extension, but also means hitboxes are out, so that's why you see the jump in work out for SQ.
It also means more damage here on Hotashi's end. Less life to give. Now pushing to the corner, and this is where things get a little dicey, right? Ram bullies these big body characters.
Well, Hotashi said, this is fine. This is how I want to win. 5H. Now back in with bar, using the bloody spin to get in. And this is the problem with this character, or I guess, how the character can always be played, and how you have to worry about them in the middle of a match. He can always win. At any interaction, you let him in at any point, you guess well wrong, it'll be painful. Lucas coming in with the 10. Shouts to production. Give some love to Lucas, chat, by the way.
Lucas had the fastest interactions, by the way. Or the fastest reactions. Pac-Man coming in with the $10 as well. That Kshuewhatdamoo is for you.
Excuse me. Let me turn up real quick. Hit that super to seal it. Round around so far. Commits to the DP, 5K right after. A lot of corner carry. High enough for the burst to work out, though, for SQ, actually, far slash. And burst works out for Hotashi. So knowing that there's going to be a sequence after the rock scenario was just going to be like, you know, let's hit this burst, hit something, get the knockdown. But SQ's like, this is fine, though.
Oh, my God. SQ just capitalizing, maximizing the damage there by going for Rekka into Rekka into Rekka to keep the health bar just draining.
That's so smart to go for a sequence that leaves you up in the air or just so continuous that you can't really do anything to bleed that health even more so. SQ with the first victory. We see a switch up. I don't think, again, the characters that maybe Hotashi wants to run, like he wants to run Bridget. I don't know if that will work out in this matchup. I still feel like the amount of good neutral that this character has, 6P, far slash, and things like that, and that new change that really didn't help out too much, I feel. The low health, I think the way to play is the big body, even if it is still kind of painful for not getting
It's just so explosive. Look, rolling dice there, coming up all sixes.
It could be better for you, though. You get that win. RC to get the throw. Oh, she was still in front.
Mask back on into the close slash. You can't press. You can't press when he's putting the mask back on. I think if you took it off, it'd kill him.
Actually, I don't know. I'll have to ask a gearhead. You know somebody knows about that lore.
And little Skull Rot coming through with the $10 into the matcherino. That's my wife.
Oh, okay.
Love you, honey. Air Claws with the 40 as well. Shout out, thank you so much. Y'all are coming in clutch. SQ coming in clutch here as well. Sending Hotashi through the wall.
Shout out the love to the matcherino. With a Fukioni. The next act, count black, close slash right after. Doesn't expend any of the specials at that point. Maybe hoping that SQ would get opened up normally. But he spent in 6H. Far slash committed. Luckily wasn't jumped in on with any buttons. Far slash flip. Nothing after it. RC close slash. 5P instead.
Dubbing Lee with the $1. Thank you so much. And another round here for Hotashi. Trying to go up 1-1. Tie this thing up.
Oh, he went for close slash and then bite this time, trying to switch it up a little bit. Look at that menacing walk with the close slash. To get the bite, he's like, I'm going to get this fight no matter what, so I can extend my conversions and not have to worry about the blood. Busting the forward slash hit. Jobber.
Immortal counter. Oh no, but a big whiff there. Hotashi smelling the blood in the water, able to capitalize.
Shark Week. Command grab, will RC right after get the 5P starter. Ends up with the 6H to break the wall. Get the bar back. RC's away, avoids the sword toss, but still gets hit with the second one.
That's right on in. Nice YRC here from Hotashi. Oh my god, into the throw, the menacing walk. Clean work. Oh, and Freedom Iron Bullet, he's a big guy.
That was godlike. Just the wait and bait, just a nice little walk up. We already saw it against the FD. We seen it against the deflect. Yo, Hotashi.
That was clean.
And again, shouts to all the donos coming through for all the players. I see you. All that goes to them. Every dollar, every penny, every cent. It's not the competitors. So appreciate everybody coming through. And if you can't contribute, just tweet it out. Let people know what's going on. Hit it up on Twitter, Lazer, whatever you want to do. Let people know what's going on as we are trying to find out who's going to be a victor of this week's Good Tribe here at TNS on a Monday.
Everyone in TNS, everyone contributing to the matcherino. Doing God's work here. You're being gonna help Jack buy a new car, probably.
Actually, pay off college tuition if they're at school. I don't know.
Oh my God, what a pickup! Mask back on combo.
And the 5Ps have been fantastic. Anti-approach. 6Ps have been nerfed across the board, but Hotashi's fine to reroute himself the 5P, get the proper punishes. Command grab in the 6H right after the seal, the deal. We see another dollar combination again for Celine. Am I saying that? Celine? Celine.
Thank you so much. Even if it's just $1, it goes a long way, just like this. Blood Rage. Damage adding up, though, for Hotashi's side. Draining. Ends up coming out in the negative here.
5K. Now, you see him stemming back just a little bit. We saw this previously. He pulled back just a little bit. Not always bust too often, too early in these matches. 5H connects. Fukio's in. Waits a little bit. SQ not coming to anything big. No burst. Nothing big in terms of a button.
Oh, but blocks the burst decapitation slice with a 5H. And just like that, Hotashi takes the lead here in this set. And I love Season 4 Nago. This character is so sick. The fact that they finally made his Blood Rage actually be something that you can use legitimately. Like, that is a real tactic and not just a, oh, damn, I overextended, you know?
Like, oh, geez. It's one of those things where, like, you're done and dusted if it happens, right? Like, using it to your advantage, but you have to, like, be in the proper space. We see if you bust. There have been points where people have been able to jump out, right? So you have to find the proper timings, the hit on that. And as well, as you mentioned, and we mentioned this entire time, it's about that meter management. The reward that you get, or non-reward if you're bad at it, is good. And for someone that's a gambler, Hotashi, as someone mentioned in the chat, is the perfect character for him.
Sylvanus Grove coming through with the $10 into the match arena. You all are going wild there. Thank you so much for supporting the players here at TNS.
6B, the dash in right after, keeps it up in the corner. Force the IB. Taking the throw, take that far slash connect. Up the sword, the 5K explosion right after. RC, 2K burst to get some distance. Fukio all the way in. With the dust to open her up, but she's blocking, not dropping.
Look at that blood gauge. 5H, dash right on in. Yeah, built up just enough. Too far away, though, for the 5D.
Have something out here. High blood, not so good.
Built up the meter.
Oh, the combos, the record sequence up in the corner. Are you kidding me? SQ with the execution. Delay execution. Hotashi that round.
The wherewithal there to know that if I just lock into this, it's gonna kill.
That was actually, yo, SQ is so clean with this character. Whip punch against the DP. Thought she was gonna dash up. Easy bait oven.
Can we bait the burst? Hotashi might not get the chance to spend it here. Okay, will, one more time. Back to neutral.
Can't leave this character alive. We just talked about it. Fukio's in with the throw. There goes the bite, but this is super instead. That's a mouthful.
Eyes bigger than his stomach. And just like that, game 5 again here tonight. What do we say? Strive is war. And as hype as these matches are, they only get more hype because of all of you watching at home who have donated to the match arena or claimed those codes, because the bigger the prize pot, the bigger the stakes.
How many times have you went to a streamer when they're playing, they're like, the prize pool is what? Their eyes light up.
Boom.
They start drooling, foaming at the mouth.
Pavlov's, is that what it's called, Pavlov?
Pavlov? I don't know
the
what
dog
it is.
where you ring the bell? And
Yeah, they just start getting the drool. The same thing, you ring the bell for the players with the match arena, they start drooling. They start running up the fight. That's what's happening right now. Final game, round star already get the counter hit. Sending out the rock toss again. Once that plus range sort of scenario, but you see SQ staggering every so often to not make it so obvious. We don't see like an immediate burst sort of scenario or a button from Hotashi to respond. Plus.
Oh my god, what do you do?
Pray.
Help. The fast RC, look at that wrist gauge. It's about to start blinking. That's the fear bar, Cola.
Help. Objective survive right now. YRC lets it free for a little bit. 2S, no opening. Try to Fukio up, but the back throw was there. IB.
Oh, IBing everything.
Defense is great, but if you don't survive, what does it matter? Okay. Sweaty spin low. Back throw again, Red RC. Oh, not being able to bait out the burst. Oh, you might leave in a hearse. I don't know.
Hold up.
I don't know. Look at the part at the bottom.
If he gets a hit. Okay, not going to get the opportunity. Mask back on.
But back with blood,
Just
though.
do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
There's
Just do
no
it.
reason. Send the Mario Party minigame. We're coming up Snake Eyes, though.
Back throw SQ. Holy God. Set point clutch. Decision making on defense. Defensive throws have been working out for SQ continuously. Victory for her, sitting in front of her face, has to cross the finish line.
Well, that's exactly what you were talking about, though. They solved it hot now. Locked in. All these just blocks we're seeing here from Hotashi, SQ with all the back throws so on point. The endless block string.
This has to mean more, though. It has to mean more if you're Hotashi, and it's way less right now. Okay, RC's has to RC in. The sword toss got his ass. You gotta be kidding me. SQ with the call out. It's 1-800 damage. She moves on in the bracket. That was insane. Kshu, what a fantastic play we've seen. One that's willing to use like more of the wild assault for offense, but actually MacMens has been as well.
100%. This is another character who, obviously, Johnny suffers when he's on defense here. Doesn't have the greatest defensive tools, but his offensive tools and his neutral tools are kind of good at making him not get put in that scenario, right?
It's true. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. It's like, it's bully or be bullied. You know, you mentioned the bully style of Anji. That's a real thing. But also, I mean, Johnny could do that too as well. Johnny's definitely a big bully when he gets the knockdowns. Dash up to get 6 feet. Unfortunate.
He's skinny Gold Lewis.
Skinny goal. Oh, the Garbricks. Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, with the range too as well, the damage. All right, all right.
Gold Lewis with a, like, 8-pack. Not a beer.
Man said Gold Lewis on a diet. That's insane. All right. Assault.
Oh, and the fast RC on the PRC. Look at the damage on that. That's on Anji.
That's That's a tank. Cut through the tank. Uh-oh. Fujin immediately with the close slash dust. Red RC. Go for the pickup. Oh, they get the follow-up, so immediate. Abari 2K able to get the side switch too as well here.
Phenomenal decision making, but the parry, it's gonna hit. It doesn't get the full thing though. He didn't get the full damage because of how high Kshu was.
You see how they both wait, they're like, wait, what? Close slash 2S finds its mark, gets the counter hit, and that's gonna be it. Oh no.
Bro, this character is tight.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cool. He's pretty cool. He's pretty good. Zynga.
You know what's crazy is they were like, you know, you did all these redesigns for the characters in Guilty Gear Strive, but Johnny is just like exactly the same. His design has never changed. And Daisuke was like, yeah, because he's cool.
Isn't that what people wanted? They said, I don't want the characters to change too much. I don't like it when they change too much. Well, guess what?
Physically, at least, like his costume, he looks exactly the same as always.
Thank you, Hotashi, for not crashing out on stream. Appreciate you, the raid.
Blocked there from Kshu, but does get caught in the counter hit trying to poke out.
The thing with this character is like when you have that RC bar, it could definitely vary up the approach even more so. That spacing might have been a little bit too much. You already FDing 2P. Victory here for MacMens. What do you mean? Nah, that's why you don't get to commentate, bro. Nah, let's talk about your hairline, bro. Let's talk about your hairline. Real quick, let's talk about Hotashi hairline.
He might not be talking to you. He might be talking to Dud-In.
Oh, okay, my bad. Your hairline fine, your hairline fine. Oh, my bad. It's late. I love you, bro. You saw how defensive I got? Bro, Taunt came in here to check out what was going on. Actually, Hotashi's hairline's fine. I just want to strike at something, bro. Okay. All right, back in the match. Listen, it's been a day, y'all. I'm hella defensive.
Oh, here we go, right into the super, though. MacMens gonna be able to get that wall break early on.
Oh, see, it was to me. Forget you, Hotashi, your hairline, too, bro. No, I'm gonna stop. I'm professional. Back to the game. Side switch happens. That's a close slash.
Oh my god, that was like the lowest TK misfire I have seen in my life.
Well,
Just use the Ensenga to break the wall.
Much damage you can in that possible scenario. And have the bar to be able to have like a super fall. 5K? At that distance?
Clean work here. Kshu looking to try and take it 1-1 again. I wouldn't be surprised if all these matches go the distance at this point.
I'd like to see it. At least more Guilty Gear, honestly. Close slash. Delays the button a little bit. Trade with the air-to-air. But that's fine for MacMens until this happens. The knockdown, the card's out and about, card crush. RC to fake it out with the jump cage on B.
Oh, and the Ensenga to bait out the throw attempt. Great burst there from MacMens, though. That would have been an obscene amount of damage.
Card trying to clip back what's coming in, but he staggers just a little bit for that not to happen. Push S2S, RC, reversal 2P, but does get with the 2S. Saw him swing a little bit too much, so that 2S was perfectly done and perfectly placed. The grip right after.
And now MacMens in a really solid position. This is a key round for Kshu. You cannot afford MacMens to get the cushion of being up 2-0.
Plus, again, MacMens, as the set goes on, throws out the fans for the plus frames to switch up the variants of the Fusion. And the falls right after. There are people on YouTube that will never see. That's like transitional salt from Hotashi from like the chat. About the Ram set that just happened previously.
Favorite comments in chat I've ever seen.
I can't even.
Open up. Oh, throw is going to whiff and using the PRC to get the punish here.
All the cards out.
That chat was so out of pocket, it threw us off.
It takes a lot, bro. I've seen all sorts of things. I've seen a lot of things said about me and all this, other people, but that was well done. That was actually well done. That salt was like passed down generationally to that commenter. That is actually.
And YouTube, if you want to know what was said, guess what? Start tuning in live on twitch.tv/TampaNeverSleeps.
Oh.
You got to read the manga, not watch the anime.
You got to read the manga, bro. Or you can come to the VODs and then watch it there too as well, because you definitely missed out on some great action. Because it's some great salt.
Ooh, 5K right off the back and to catch MacMens attempting to jump.
Oh, Lord. All right. Break the wall here, of course. Zynga. It's max damage to do so. Go for the 5K. Almost got 6 speed. That would have been bad.
Little scoop. Grab him by the collar.
By his chain.
What does he whisper to you? That's cap.
Suck. Dash up 6 speed. MacMens got something to say. Conversation. He's saying some very foul words right now. The damage he's dumping out.
Doesn't go for the super, just goes for the 5D there. Willing to go back to neutral against a 100-meter Johnny.
The dash up 2B, I should say. RC has to RC to be able to block things out. Spin in, but we've seen that before. RCs to not be able to get caught. Burst baited because he waited.
All right, dash on in, 2S connects. Overhead.
He has the bar to be able to cancel. That makes him so dangerous. And goes for it again. Oh, man. The chat right now is insane. Oh, I'm going to die. Oh.
All right, 2S. Nice with the punish there. Yeah, thank God it no longer pushes back so much to be safe.
Yeah, but there's still some characters we saw like Zato not being able to do so at some distances, so maybe, or maybe it's a mental stacking. I'd have to lab that out. Yeah, oh, the new buff.
Blowing straight through that fireball there, through the butterfly. Nice block in the instant overhead. But how is MacMens going to escape?
That's a close slash.
No. Probably tried to run up, go for a close slash himself, but got cut off short there by Kshu.
You know, either a close slash or dash up 6 speed. Have you seen that preemptively against like a preemptive jump or like, you know, maybe against one of like the more elongated buttons? We've seen that happen quite a bit. So you always see more preemptiveness from Kshu. Okay, let me switch up on my side of things.
Oh, into the overhead.
Dash up 2P.
Nice check. Yeah, don't allow Johnny to steal turns like that.
Overhead. And MacMens playing way more Fuji pressure. You got the bar to back yourself up just in case. And that makes things 10 times worse to deal with in terms of this character. Once he gets barred, Anji's a way different threat.
Oh,
the train!
anime!
The super people out has the RC!
Oh, that was actually MacMens backing off. You know what? Coward. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah.
You held FD there? Coward.
Coward, coward. Actually commit. Put a ring on it.
You may have won, but you know what? Lost a little dignity in the process, all right?
Just a little bit.
At least Kshu sent it.
Yeah. Kshu was there, bro. If we could have, like, give Kshu a game. But it is MacMens up 2, looking for the victory. Those 2Ps were gone.
We love MacMens, though.
We love
MacMens.
MacMens great.
It's all fun and games, Chad.
I love MacMens because he's stuck with Anji no matter what. Like, Anji will get, like, the most mid buffs, and he'll be like, you know what, this is my character.
He's also
like,
just such a sweet guy.
Yeah. 2P, the conversion right after 2P as an entry point again.
Oh, trying to slide in with the Nagi. Going to get punished here. I like it. Able to set up the car, but bro, he turned around with the 5P there for the anti-air. Okay.
Ender, try to get the 5K, get the backdash. But that Fuji's been catching a lot of the 5Ks preemptively for Kshu. Slash, do we find an anti? We don't just yet. Yeah, 6Ps have been nerfed, maybe too short that distance for MacMens to commit.
I really like that YRC we saw from MacMens, but the empty flip there into throw, able to put MacMens into the corner.
Ender 5K, dash cancel. Oh, it was gonna be an empty nothing, but the throw is there instead. Kshu.
Yeah, has to RC the Nagi there not to die. Kshu sitting on too much meter.
Oh, what an interruption.
That is tragic, right into super. And you know what? That situation we saw there with the PRC, super PRC from Kshu. Wow, it actually didn't kill. Hold up.
Japanese guns. One more touch.
There it is. I was going to say, that's exactly why MacMens didn't break the wall earlier on, right?
Okay.
He didn't break the wall with a super, I should say, to get the knockdown, because Kshu was sitting on 100 meter, so why would you go for the knockdown when he could just super PRC?
Right.
Makes more sense to save your meter and go back to neutral.
You're right. Oh, that's a good point. Kshu fighting back as soon as I said the overhead lands, the dash up throw, and the fireball. You have to do it now on a knockdown scenario. You can't just use it as like a neutral tool, as we've seen anti-projectile play way better for Johnny this season for some reason. Jump D, the fireball's still there.
Still not enough to get the kill though, but this is a pretty significant lead here for MacMens.
The throw, card is out and about. Immediacy with the parry.
That was with gusto.
I believe this super is going to work.
He said, I'm done with this round.
Look, I'm done fighting. I'm too tired. MacMens trying to seal this off right now, which is good because I feel like the more this match goes on, more Kshu starts to understand like the timings, the tendencies. Hits him with the super.
Yeah, now here comes the hard knockdown for Kshu. Super, or safe jump. Goes for the deal, not for his safe jump, actually. Mixing things up a little bit.
Oh, he does it again. Finds the opening right RC. Jump K, jump B. Kshu back at business. A game on his side, 2-2.
Another game 5. We are cooking here in top 8 of Guilty Gear Strive.
As we mentioned, you don't want this to keep going when you have lacking defense. I mean, both do, obviously, as we mentioned. But it seems like you have to take more risk as MacMens, as your character has to bully, than you do have to for Johnny, right? I mean, dash cancels, we mentioned, the dash makes it a lot harder to whip punch this character or deal with him even on block. For MacMens, you're looking to make these magic moments happen. If you don't have bar, it's 10 times worse. Kshu starting off with the wild assault, spinning some bar to get this corner push, to get some bar in their hands.
And Kobe MK coming through with $10 into the match arena. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the support tonight from everyone.
I think there's a way to drop right there. You see the 5P. A dash cancel we see actually. Even before that, some of that bar, a burst spit just to get that corner push. Same side of things for MacMens. Oh, was that a drop?
Yeah, it is a drop there. On the fully charged 5D, going for optimal meterless, which that you're just going to style there, right? You could have killed him with the 100 meter. It's not coming the next round anyway.
That's true. Spin to win. He killed before MacMens gets some bar back. You see MacMens bust out with the super. He does find an opening. Before that happens, he's able to find the victory. That could have been dangerous, though. Had MacMens got bar, would have seen the same sort of threats where you were taking more overheads and more lows and things like that. That's the possibility to RC right after. Dashes on up to get the throw confidently.
A boy is so right. Kshu built up burst with that 5D.
Ooh, okay.
Makes so much sense.
Good point.
Oh,
Dash
wow.
5K.
Stuffing the spin there with a 5K. Very nice. Or catching at least, probably going into Fujin after the spin, right? Catching the start with a Fujin.
It's like a choice poke right there. You can see him going for it again. Overhead lands, though. Wake up super, blocked out, waited, baited.
Bro just sent it. Now about to get sent through this wall if he's not careful.
Also, Wimp gets the bar slash right after. Overhead lands. To get with that bar, you're like, oh, I got to guess even more. So, Dust, red RC. Going for the delay close slash, gets nothing at all. Burst spin from the side of Kshu.
Almost 6P. Not quite able to get the pick up here. Oh, what a block, though, from MacMens. Is still going to get caught, though, by the anti-air Mistfighter. And Kshu does it.
Johnny moves on the bracket. Kshu moves on, looking to get some revenge against some of the opponents that they have fought previously. It's too weeby, though. It's too weeby.
We're playing Guilty Gear.
Yeah, you're right. What am I saying? Okay, Walter, will he be the hero? Or God willing, will Jack be a villain once again on the inner side of Grand Finals this TNS?
And really, Walter here is going to have to utilize that just heightened mobility of Millia, right? To try and be all over the screen, come in at those weird angles on Jack. Happy Chaos, though, does have some pretty good anti-airs, whether it be that close slash or his 6P. Both very solid and a pretty perfect round to kick things off.
Yeah, really. The Jack undeterred by any of the nerfs that have with the character. Has switched up the defensive style to not include the clone nearly as much. 2K2D knockdown. Side switch with the mix. Ow. What a blender. The wall, half health off the side of Jack. I like this route back here from Walter. I mean, she's always been pretty decent at dealing with Happy Chaos on the ground. She can dash block very easily, very capable of doing so. It's just, you know, the damage potential, obviously, in the hands of Happy Chaos, especially tracking, was able to get that stank on.
Oh, and Selen coming through once again with another $1 into the match arena. That round is for you. Walter answering back with a perfect of his own cola.
Okay. And the ban is what I like to see.
Oh, nice from 2K2D. I like, especially in this matchup too, you talk about the ground game, you talk about the dash blocking, utilizing those really low-risk, light normals. All Millia needs is 2K2D, right? If she can hit you with 2K, she can get started.
And that 2P being 4 frames again, being able to contest in some of the neutral a little bit, instead of for the other buttons, definitely helps her out. You need the dash up close slash and get the go to town. Ooh, wall break. Hold on now, Walter. Sitting pretty right now with a lot of bar will utilize, if need be. Dash up, 6P, red RC. Wow, that should be victory. And Walter with the confidence to dash up on someone who has great defense, great Abari on their side of things. Their own two-piece, right? They've been really good against, we've seen Hotashi, swinging those big boy normals. Walter able to encroach in that space with pure confidence.
You know, I also want to add to what you said earlier, Cola, about having a villain, right? Jack being the player who is just the Demon King at the top of the mountain here, dominating so much with so many wins. That also forces everyone else to get better, and you're seeing that.
True.
Jack, weeks ago, was just combing through without dropping a single game, but he is getting pushed to his limits week in and week out now at this point, because players are like Walter are leveling up, players like Hotashi are leveling up like a boy to catch up to him.
Give them a reason, you know what I'm saying? Don't let this stuff stagnate by having a top player be there and then nobody trying to fight him or trying to get, you know, their lick back. Walter trying to change the script right now. However, Jack with a fantastic first round to start things off, almost about to end it with the gunshots, the block. The super should break the wall here. Yes, sir. Oki right after. So Walter goes in for pressure instead of going for the stank.
Yeah, the YRC right back there from Walter. Just trying to create a little bit of that space, too, with the Artemis. A couple of backdashes to avoid the gunshots, but still with 4 in the chamber.
Oh, counter hit, 2D knockdown. Dash up close slash. Over the 2S, YRC, dash up throw right after. It's all the FD. Caught the defense here from Walter.
Ooh.
Finds the W right after with the side switch, the mix.
Yeah, that roll through is one of the most difficult things to block in the game here,
It's
too.
still good. It's still good.
I mean, they leaned more into making him a mix-up character, right, with every patch. Very quick burst on the first interaction there from Jack. Shows you exactly how Happy Chaos players play, right?
Yeah. They're fine with burst. You know, for some characters, they hate that. When you push back full screen, Happy Chaos would love to do that. Long distance is fine for him.
It's also the lack of defense, too. You do not want to be forced to block a lot of these tandem tops from Millia.
Yes, we are. Up in the corner. Bar had to get the dash up counter hit. I like the timing here from Jack. The chase down. Hot pursuit. Into the super.
That 6P is a deceptively good 6P for just a quick little headbang.
And the dash up to do that, to have the awareness to find the gap, to be able to get the counter hit and the follow-up right after that. Had you held back a little bit, blocked it out, been a little bit less active on defense, you've been holding the mix. And Walter has shown some very deceptive, disgusting stuff. To prevent that from happening, immediate dash up, active offense, goes in right after the chase down. Jack evens it up, game to game so far.
At 100% here. But let's see. Walter, Mr. Fresh, is going to be able to bring things back, kind of take control of the pace of this matchup here, because in game number 1, they were trading perfects back and forth, but now tied up 1-1.
Capel for the movement option instead of just like a simple knockdown. We used to see IB the backdash, almost got a cool shimmy off. Burst there, Jack has him up in the corner now. I lie.
And utilizing that heightened movement here of Millia, it's the most key thing in this matchup. Oh, and going for the empty jump this time. You saw the whiff on the 6P2 because he didn't actually extend a hurt box down with a button.
Starter, comes to the wall. One more touch. Walter primed to take this. Dash up, 2P, RC throw. No, close slash instead. A shaker.
Oh my God. It was just a little too short, Cola. Throwing out the tandem top didn't reach far enough, so Jack had plenty of time to go for the 5K.
Oh my Lord, the side switch, the super. Still a one-touch scenario, but better for Jack. They got the advantage here. The roll, the double roll, the mix, the double-double. No fries.
Once again, just too short on the tandem top. Walter is just getting the timing off a little bit here. The distance is misjudged, and so is the block there, trying to press and getting clipped by the 5D.
But the confidence of Jack with that little bit of bar, a little bit of health, I should say, to stay solid, to stay stable.
And stability is the name of the game. How do you shake a man who made top 6 in his first offline tournament at the biggest event of them all?
You don't.
This
Dash cancel, side switch again.
He's in the comfort of his room right now.
He chilling. Dinosaur Nuggets. He's got his energy drink. It's with the super. With the pillar right beside you, you're fine. Deflect. Dust. RC 6P. Looking for a counter. Gets nothing at all, though. Nothing significant here from Walter.
No, but this knockdown could turn things around. Burst is still available for Jack. But it's a question of if he's willing to spend it here while he already has a round to give.
Burst spent right now, Jack believes. I mean, at this point, at this distance, with this concentration, I believe too. However, Walter said, I don't go to church. I don't go to church.
Should be looking for kill here. Yes, the wall splat into the 2H. It is enough for Walter.
Game to game, round to round. Look at this back and forth.
It's a tug of war.
Nobody backing down. Jump H. Dash up, close slash. Bad mood, committing to it. No bar to save him had that been blocked. Artemis.
Oh, and then the backdash there too. Trying to bait out a throw attempt. Gonna catch Jack. Stuck to the wall, into the super. Winger's gonna come through, not gonna do a ton of damage, but that's all right. We're going for the hard knockdown.
This time the mix even more potent here. Close slash, delay a little bit, looking for that bar A button. Sage, 6P, overhead, open the defense, burst, it doesn't matter, he's back up at the corner. No confirm with the 2K2D.
Yeah, and the burst right back up through, shot out of the skies, and Jack now immediately trying to take coast to coast, goes for a little bit of a reset, knee to the face is gonna connect, that's 50 meter, we go for the slump? No, we wanna get the wall break. Hard knockdown scenario plus positive bonus. Walter, this is so close. Walter still has about 75 meter left.
Block to make it drop. YRC waited out the proper distance. You gotta be kidding me. At the proper distance to go for a button, test the waters a little bit, knowing that they would expose themselves on defense.
It is these slight, very ever so slightly spacing errors on Walter's side that are proving to be the biggest consequences so far in this set.
Literally the reason why he is losing on defense and on offense. Losing out on damage that could have killed, losing out moments that could have saved him from being killed.
Yeah.
Game point for Jack to be in another Grand Finals winner's side, but Walter isn't that far behind. If they get just that space and just buy him a new bit, get it. Shaker, he read right into it.
Shaker again, but now the gun is out. Great blocks and is able to escape with a backdash too. That was a terrifying sequence, but still, with 2 bullets left, Jack is a threat.
The commit, jump age. Bad move. Red RC gets a fall right after this. Yes, sir. Close slash. Ooh, the drop. Or actually, it's going to drop out. Awkward little combo. Roll, side switch. Forcing Walter up in the corner. With the gun, it's even harder to leave. The jail, no bail.
But we're going right back to neutral. Didn't have the meter to get the super. Super focus is going to be able to catch, and that's another round here. No! Oh. Drops the confirm, but that's all right. 2P, 2P, 2P. Gets the mash, and Jack is sitting at set point cola.
They haven't had the resource, the bullets, just ready up in that corner to lock Millia down, prevent her from leaving.
Couple of Gooba stomps there. Into the roll, able to catch, of course.
2S. On assault to get the pressure on. Force out some eyepiece to get the counter hit. Burst now out from the side of Walter. Some more defense besides like a little bit of bar at the bottom here. Up in the corner, gets caught lacking. Let's get cracking.
He FD'd the Artemis and then took a step back to make sure it wouldn't hit and punished with the 6S.
And the trade in favor, wasn't even a trade. Was able to get the jump and Jack gets the win.
Just a counter hit. I don't even know what Walter would have been going for in that scenario with the safe jump.
All right, back to the matches, people. The loser semis. Kshu versus SQ. SQ trying to make a very hot run right now. Bar slash, trying to get the counter. Easy, early burst on the side of Kshu. But you might be going to the corner either way.
Bro, Tom Cruise looking at me? That's the greatest comment I've ever seen in my life. SQ, though, my God, look at that damage here sending Kshu through the wall.
Back away. We've seen SQ kind of stagger a little bit, but that bar slash, that distance, it looked like back fist, the pickup right here, and the side switch too as well. SQ rerouting to be able to get this side switch opportunity and finish it off. No, it wasn't enough. Maybe thought she was going to build up enough bar. Get the super right after.
Oh, gets thrown outside of that bar slash. Overhead is going to connect. Huge opportunity here now for Kshu. But oh, even with the safe jump here, SQ has 100 meter.
Don't tell me he makes it back. Don't tell me Kshu makes it back. Of course, we get RC right after the dash up throw. Yeah, it's going to be looking a little more difficult. You know, you didn't really have anything to work with besides like burst, but.
Oh, Rock is going to connect. Pulling right on in for the throw. Now you're backed up against the wall once again.
Rocky sword. Okay. Swords in. 5K. Explosion. It's a follow up the counter hit. Nasty little pickup incoming. Burst spent though. Ooh. Bar slash had the burst to keep him up in the corner. Offensive burst works out. The explosion too as well for the follow-up. And the super not gonna kill though.
Oh, Johnny does have a decent guts here, decent defense. But this is quite an uphill battle for Kshu to actually come back from. And yeah, the chip damage is just gonna be enough to do it. Very
good game from the side of SQ. I like the offensive burst. We've seen and talked about it quite a bit. But using that burst to keep them up in the corner, very pivotal, and just making sure that they trap that character in their proper distance so they can have that footsie range that they want to play at. Obviously, it's difficult because of Johnny's dash. It's really hard to know when you can actually whiff punish, or punish things on block. But it makes it easier for SQ to run the footsie game like she'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Really have to just play more of that far slash, heavy slash range if you want to catch the actual dash in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see the dash ups into the FD. Nice reaction there from SQ, actually. And finally stuffing the dash this time with the 2K.
Oh, 2K of all things. All right. Look at 6P isn't as strong as it used to be. Yo, the loops. To put him up in the corner, the super. Put him on the wall, Picasso. So it's in. 2K. Gonna catch him Tekken. Risk gauge still not looking so good. The dust burst spent right now. What reversal 5P.
Oh, but the super comes on out. Reversal here from Kshu. Get the J's in the chat. Oh, right into the deal. Didn't go for the safe jump there. Wire C, though. I like the Wire C. You get the card off of you as well.
FD gets some space, but even with that difference in defense, oh, I like 5K. Gets a 2D follow-up, I lied. Kshu, I'll never doubt you on defense again, bro. Oh, God, that was amazing.
Oh,
back throw.
Got him a little on offense here. Dropped the round-winning hit.
Could have been it. Throw over RC, and now SQ's going to take it. Clincher, that was a round-winning hit. Yeah. That could have been the clincher.
Just didn't let go of the misfire fast enough on the misstep forward.
First now gone. Side of SQ. Kshu doing some back on their side of things.
Oh, yeah, seeing all the guard breaks here with the swords just reminded me, too, that they're going to lower the amount of damage done on guard break per Chipp.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's going to come in the patch, too. That's going to be huge, actually, depending on how much they reduce it.
Oh, the RC overhead. Hold on now. That's a quick RC. Wasn't able to get the kill off of it. Dash up throw on the F. Saw the bubble. Card is dealt out. The follow-up right after, we do. Into the super. Say my name.
House always wins.
Okay. Kshu bringing it back from the brink.
Oh, no. That is back from the brink enough. SQ trying to get that comfy 2-0 lead, have that cushion of 2 games.
Oh, Sash, get the 2S right there. No follow-up, unfortunate. And even if you're not able to whip punch, I like them taking the space. Kshu being like, okay, you whip this far slash, let me just dash up in there. Try to go for dust, it looked like. The far slash, I'm sorry, close slash, is able to catch that and catch the recovery. Into the super. One more interaction.
But the problem here is SQ is just going to wake up super. You can't go for a safe jump. Oh, no wake up super there.
Oh, I just waited. So hold on now.
The delayed wake up super was very smart, actually, there from SQ.
Get the 5K. We're out, though. RC get the pressure on, get the card. RC is not looking so good. 2S burst, defensive in the corner. The backdash, the shimmy, the finesse, the bless to put him the rest of far slash finisher.
Bro, so crazy to have shimmies in a Guilty Gear game.
With that movement?
Even 4 years later.
How good is his backdash?
It's still a shimmy, though.
I know, but
some backdashes are so fast.
You're right. I'm just curious about the backdash, though. Because I know that's like his only, like, comparative to like Nago and such. Like, how good is his backdash?
It's decent. It's like, it's a run-of-the-mill backdash, you know.
It's not like amazing like Nago's backdash or whatever. It's just like
no, it's not garbage like Slayer.
Okay. No. That's all you got to your name for defense for that character. But right now, it's all Johnny dealing out the card, trying to deal some damage to as well with these openings. Card dealt out again, 6K, guard break. That FV ain't gonna save you because that risk gauge is getting cranked. 2K had to come out. SQ bringing it back, a little more offense on that defense.
Oh, going coast to coast. Shane McMahon put you on the wall. You mentioned Picasso, rearranging his face like a Picasso.
Oh, Lord. Dental plane. Wire C, go slash right after. Sword send situation. SQ point the secret sauce. And the super, wall break. Hioki. Here's what she's going to do here. So bar slash, push to the corner. Dash up throw right after. RC to find a follow-up. And the burst is fine, because, yeah, they can do this.
Oh, but does get clipped by a misfiner. Just like that, Kshu immediately trying to put 1 foot forward. Once again, we're into that tug of war game, right? Whoever can get up to that 2-1 lead. Burst is blocked and going to be punished accordingly.
What a kid.
He's so cool.
Like from that distance, like, Rep could do it too somewhat, but still, 6K in play right now. Counter at starter. And Zinga, do it again. Oh, you let her get off the wall.
Yeah, committed to the backdash there. Didn't have any time to get in. And now is about to get sent through that wall for his troubles.
Here goes for the meaty boulder toss. Dash up. Back throw. After the deflect shield?
Running deflect shield was interesting.
Oh, she did the deflect shield. You're right.
Yeah.
He got the back throw on the recovery.
I wonder if SQ was predicting a reversal super there from Kshu.
Okay. Bar slash in play here for the counter hit. Sword toss to take him down. SQ. Happy up the far slash. 5H after 6H here from SQ with the knockdown. Close slash 2S. The sword, the wall pin situation. Dash up throw.
OTG set up the rock.
Oh, some missed input. Thank you, Chad. What a waste, too.
Oh, and 5D connects. Might have been a waste, but SQ still has the opportunity here to take the lead.
The toss again from that distance is not when anything to do with this character, but with that bar at the bottom, I get it. So we're toss again. Dust, red RC. Go slash. Call him trying to dash up, entice that action. Burst, but like, you only have 1 pixel to your name. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
There's
entice
no way.
this. And SQ now 2-1, threatening to eliminate Kshu from the bracket right here. And it really has been a back and forth games. SQ is doing a fantastic job at kind of cutting some of these forward dashes short, whether it be with the 2K, specifically with the 2K, or even utilizing that far slash or heavy slash, right? Trying to stay in that range where Johnny or Kshu doesn't feel too comfortable and he wants to kind of press on in. But you're seeing Kshu lean back onto a little bit of just using Mistfinder in neutral as well in those cases.
True. 6P's able to get the counter starter. See what the difference is here, you know, for Kshu and how he switches up his momentum and movement, you know. Ah, got caught. The dash. This time 6P. So now SQ's like even more comfortable catching some of these dash ups. 6P a riskier option, but way more reward. Bow.
We're going back to neutral here, 100 meter here on Kshu's side.
Oh, RC to the super.
I don't have anything to say about that.
I don't know, bro.
100 meter, just to go forward and super him.
Sometimes you just want to shoot the J. Backdash finds a far slash. That should be that ass. SQ, set point. Listen, a weaker person than me and me would have crumpled, would have crashed out. But SQ, you've only empowered her.
Yeah, she's keeping it dialed in, keeping it locked in. Is going to get counter hit for the Mistfinder. That was a beautiful throw tech, by the way, too. You would expect for Kshu to go right on in with a close slash and then a back throw from SQ as well. Cherry on top.
It all adds up, too. For this, SQ with quarter pressure. Go slash.
No burst to save Kshu either.
Good
That's
play.
50 meter, but how do you spend it? YRC possibly?
But at what point? Okay, dash up back throw right between that gap. Maybe looking for that YRC, allow for that dash up back throw to happen. And what a time to do so. SQ have been so good at checking, challenging those dash ups, and now get your reward into the super. Joker trick.
And just like that, Kshu has taken the life lead.
What a 5P!
5P to challenge. That was such a guess, too. Oh, my God.
Oh, that man's Oki. Burst.
All right, I'm back. And Kshu spent his burst aggressively here for the Wild Assault. Dangerous plays.
Guard break. And Sega for the follow-up. The bring on the shimmy. Wild Assault.
Spending everything to try and take this round and stay alive here in the bracket. SQ finally gets caught right on the dome with a double overhead.
Kshu still in. You got Lucas popping off at the back. Production even popping on.
That was an insane sequence.
Incredible. SQ, you got to end this now. He's starting to feel it. Starting to get the momentum. Understand the movement that they can do with the dash ups. Go slash 2S. 6P after the 5H. Oh, dash up throw though. Look at the difference here. You see IBs every so often from SQ trying to switch up the defense just a little bit.
Oh, overshooting the JH with that double jump.
Guard's out. Break the guard, the throw. RC right after the dust. And the bump. And Senga for the kill. 2-2.
Oh, I felt that one.
Belta. Oh my God.
Another game 5. This is insane. It is past midnight here at the TNS studios, and we are being kept wide awake by these matches.
This set is
This
godly.
top 8.
Honestly, all these sets of top 8 have been fire.
All the sets tonight have been kind of fire. Some of these pools matches have been insane.
You gotta think about it. Like, people are getting ready for CEO Otaku. Every match to them is like being at CEO Otaku, or the idea of like being at another tournament. Like they're preparing themselves for tournament play. They are at such a high level tournament. No way you're not gonna play anything less than your perfect, than your 100% self. See Sash 2S is up the sword from above this time. You see blocks, but defense, gotta do something on offense because that risk gauge is getting sold to boy Crank. Red RC, don't find an opening. Oh, he's trying to dash
Superman!
up. You should have blocked.
Got caught trying to dash out.
Uh-huh.
And SQ very quickly now sitting at set point again.
Oh my God, what a time to throw out the sword. And again, we've seen that dash up application. It's like, now SQ is like leading that to happen. Like, go on, do it, see what happens.
Oh, what? Bro, the PRC shimmy, nasty work. Diabolical work here from SQ. About to be sitting on 100-meter.
Just spin it, saves it. 6K not really working out. RC trying to find their way on the way down with the close slash. RC on the late sort of style, sends up the sword from above. The dust, this should be enough. You wrap it up. SQ taking the Kshu with a perfect KO.
Wrapped him up and put him under the tree. Can open him up next week. That's a little wild. How about the American one, bro? He's a boxer, a football player, and a surfer all in one, and a cowboy because he's got a revolver.
That's every American. Yo, G got his fire, baby. So is this match, Walter versus SQ. Determine who's going to fight Jack in grand finals. It's going to be a banger. See what happens.
I'll tell you, Walter pilots this character like he's a new type.
Yeah, really. See the frames. Bad Moon, good kid. Break the wall with the super. All right.
Yeah, hard knockdown scenario here. Gonna be able to run the mix up. Just goes for the close slash. Honest mid.
Ooh, very honest. Yes.
Such an honest character, this Millia.
Close slash. Hold on now. She's looking a little bit more honest right now. She's caught up in the corner on the back foot. After the burst. Set up the worst. 5P for the pickup as the anti choice into the super. Walter. Good job.
First blood. But look at that SQ about to have burst back immediately here. So does have a bit of an edge going into this next round. Spends it though, just for that wild assault to establish a little bit more pressure. Not going to get too much reward.
That dash up with the jump age. Wasn't able to find a full opening though. 2S. Shakers, back dash. And SQ so good about reading the intention of the other player. Like when they want to dash it for like a button or when they want to dash it for pressure for like a throw. It's hard to open her up.
Harassing with the 2Ks. And that's a great time for Walter to escape once SQ is waiting for the other sword to come, right? Because SQ couldn't establish solid offense. She already spent the sword before she was able to push Walter to the corner, but it doesn't really matter. You can just finish them off anyway.
What a whip punish against that 2D. I didn't even think that Walter was going to go for that sort of option. Usually goes 2K 2D, and he goes into it, like confirms into it. But SQ was ready for any button to be extended and have a punish right after.
And already punishing Walter even more here with the wall break. Nice ID back JS. Very similar to Kai's JS, right?
Yeah.
Talk about how solid of a button that is.
Great entry point for the character. Then you have like the ground buttons to back it up too as well. 6H sword send situation, the dust. RC's right after. Trying to get the 5K, but a little bit too far out to continue the momentum. Boys the close slash, 2D. No Artemis. And again, SQ with a lot of jump backs and back dashes. Is there a way, well, I guess Walter could maybe go for a hair car, but now without bar, it's a risk to read this back dash. But moving forward, SQ, perfect.
Yeah, perfect, and getting game number 1. SQ on an absolute tear here. Fighting her way through the hot seat of losers to try and challenge Walter.
Man, I think with bar for Walter, you might have to start expending some of that for the hair car RC. Like, even the threat of it at this point. You know, like, A lot of backdashes, a lot of preemptive reads from SQ. Obviously, that's data that Walter's given, but the ground game is really hard to run. You have to fight the likes of Ram. Oh, wild assault. Immediate burst to stay away from the worst in terms of like the Rekkas. Would have been terrible to have to deal with. Capel not going to be hitting the way it does. Movement option is the sole purpose.
You know what's interesting about this too is that Kshu, who just lost to Walter, was the one who actually sent SQ to losers.
Ooh.
So SQ able to actually dodge the run back here, has to go up against the person who beat the person who beat her.
The final boss.
Oh no, the final boss is waiting.
Super from Walter works out. Overextend to get the win. Artemis up in the corner, can't backdash. FDRC, go slash. Trying to find the best Abari button that 2K. I saw that come through. Has to commit to 2K2D if they really want to extend. Put these buttons on the ground. Swords in situation 5K. Explosion to get the conversion into the super. Less damage because they didn't have the swords.
Yeah, but that's fine. You don't necessarily need the damage. You need the hard knockdown.
That's true.
So you can do that and push Walter right into the next corner.
You're so right. Like, you can just continue your pressure. Burst, though, comes through from Walter. It's still alive. Oh, man. They don't want to commit to that 2D. I understand. The dash-up throw works out, though.
Just catch you sleeping at the wheel.
Wake up.
And then running right into the far slash, that's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. Any mistake for Millia, unfortunately, ends out like this. Damn near half the health. Hair card without the bar. We asked about it, but this was the catch. SQ moving forward, not backward. Bad move. Artemis for the finish. Actually built up, I think, had enough bar at that point for the super, but already committed to the Artemis.
Did have enough bar, but I think it's another scenario where you don't necessarily want to go for the hard knockdown because of the 100 meter on SQ's side. You can't even reliably run pressure.
That's true. At any point, could be the wake up super. Burst comes through inside of SQ.
Sending out the sword. Flip to the other side for the cross-up explosion. Diabolical.
Devious. Dangerous. SQ.
Dirty.
Oh, God, you're right.
That's like mustache twirling villain. Tie Millia to the train track.
Right? You'll never save her. I don't know why that voice. SQ. We're going to go up on the game point scenario. 6P on the way down. Not even as an anti-air choice. Just when you hit the ground, it's the button I will run with that counter scenario.
Oh, Walter putting himself into the corner there with that Capel. Oh, trying to go for the command dash. Probably thought the SQ was going to be a little bit closer or go for a sword toss.
Sword toss is right there, though. So that's one in the bank if need be. Capel, okay, no hard knockdown anymore, so not the most dangerous thing to deal with, but it's the positional advantage is what you're looking for. The mix, to put them in the blender. Close slash dash up again. Hair car, we get the pick up for the super after this. Yes, sir, break that damn wall, bro. Give me some bar back, and the advantage, as you mentioned, though, super at the bottom is going to be a threat here for SQ, depending on what they do on Wake Up.
Immediate burst. SQ has the meter to bring this back. You can just get one solid counter hit. Walter's life is going to be forfeit. Wouldn't even build up burst back in time.
Jump H hits, though. Walter getting a game on the board. Better timing with those jump H's. You know, we've seen maybe not the most confidence in terms of like the aerial approach because either SQ will wait for them to drop or SQ will meet them up there like a jump P or whatever it may be. Even 5P we've seen. But now Walter find the proper time to come to the skies with the jump H.
And it's looking really good here. Once again, we keep going neck and neck, trading games.
I want to see.
How many game 5s have we had here in this top 8? Let me
think
do a little
lot.
Research.
That's where we're at, like, late into the night in terms of, like, these fights, but I wouldn't want it either way. The backdash, the pressure play against the Artemis, 6H burst. Very early for a weaker character in terms of health. Fragile. IB, Age, while also get the pressure on. Is it with the sword?
It's been 4 games, by the way. 4 games. The top 8 have gone to game 5. Let's see if this one puts us up to number 5 here. Close slash is going to be able to connect there. Hair car for the knockdown. Stays same side with the JH.
Oh, it's a bad mood. Over after this. That's a lot of bar to utilize. Might rather use it for offense. Red RC, close slash, jump A, jump D, far slash, sends out the sword right after. Dash up throw, using explosion to cover her bases.
Yeah, it just goes for the wall break here. You need a positive bonus in order to build up and challenge the meter that Walter is sitting on.
that meter for meter, that band for band. Burst had to do it. Felt they could finish the job. Can they? YRC, as you mentioned, got the bar after the wall break.
Look at this measured approach, so strong. The little just staggers there too from SQ, stopping short, thinking I have to stop and block if Walter is going to press in that 2P because 2P on Millia is so potent.
Being able to, like, use that burst the proper way and get the victory right after, as you mentioned, be able to get the wall break situation to get the bar up, to be able to have the follow-ups that you need or the YRC, whatever it may be. Having those ideations throughout the entire match is why SQ is winning. I say this, but 2 bad moons hit. The second one, the red RC for the follow-up.
Bad moons rising. Oh, and the shimmy Capel into nothing backdash.
I thought Capel was dead.
Again, just using it as that movement option, as another jump in Millia's arsenal.
Breaks the wall. SQ not afraid of what happened previously. That's fine. Far slash. And you see this. If you're not able to have a conversion, the rock toss right after, apply some thrust frames, apply some pressure, and have the bar for the finish. This is fine though, SQ. With the fadeaway in play, the jump backslash.
You know what's funny is that exact scenario I have seen Millia players die time and time again, specifically to bring it back, like we mentioned, against Kai. The JS. You mentioned how Ram and Kai have kind of similar buttons in the middle game when it comes to their slash and heavy slash. Ram just with more range on hers.
True. And in many cases, if shock stays sound applied, more reward, you know. So I like the jump back. It's also going to catch like things like maybe if Haircard would have tried to come through to initiate from Walter, like even if it's like risky. Walter's been trying to read the proper jump backs and has not been able to find the proper button or special, whatever it may be, to catch SQ jumping back. SQ on game point now. The defense looking up in the corner though, reversal 5P. Oh, it's looking great. Looking fantastic, actually. Side switch this time, blocks the mix, and tries to FD to get some space, trying to find a gap.
Oh, here we go. Setting up disc again. And Walter unfazed. Still fighting as hard as ever. Chasing up to the skies.
Oh, tries to find the fake out. IB, see, the IB and the block ready is SQ. Even in that scenario, I mastered the mix. I mastered the backdoor mix. I'm fine with it.
All right, pulling in the rock. Gotta be careful sending out that rock here and there, right? We've seen players counter in big ways, but goes for another 5D. Should be able to break the wall. Mortavato, not enough for the kill, though.
One touch. Walter got bar for offense. Can they find a moment to even use it, though? Wall pin situation. I like this immediacy here from SQ. YRC, use it for defense. YRC right back at him. Both turning yellow. Air throw to catch him and take him down to the ground. It's set point here for SQ.
Question is Walter going to be able to bring this back? Has to take 2 rounds to take it all the way to game 5. No easy task. First immediately there from SQ, trying to halt the momentum here on Walter's side.
Explosion. I was going to worry about that explosion follow-up. Walter's been caught by continuously, and it's led to this, the corner. Back against the wall, trying to FD for damn dear life, praying to whatever's above. I don't know if anybody's answering.
And SQ is dashing up and blocking every single time, right? Showing so much respect to the threat of 2P from Walter, even though we haven't seen it a whole lot in this set.
And they can dash up and FD block as much as they want to at the bar until here comes this, the mix. This time the jump H, nothing big though, gets a bad mood. Had no bar, Walter going for some risky stuff to try to find some options.
Yeah, but can it pay off? Dash up 5P, close slash, huge pickup here. Oh, no Calvados. I would have expected to see one, but it's not going to matter. Just like that, SQ moves on to Grand Finals.
Very well done from SQ to be able to take away some of these comfort moments, or even moments where come to compete every single week. This is a big marking stone for her. It's been a bit since she's taken a victory. This would be huge. And against someone who's been so dominant, as you mentioned, who's been a big villain, can she be the hero?
I'll have to find out. She's got the crew behind her in chat, already putting the pressure on Jack here in the corner. But the question is, can you make him sweat?
Don't let up. But we've seen Jack have some good bar, 2Ps, 2S, and stuff like that. What an IB! Able to get the counter hit into the super. The IB was clutch from SQ.
Immediately now, just trying to close it out, put him right back into the corner again with the 2D with the drop kick. Stay same side on the roll attempt. And all that work.
Dash cancel on the super. Blocka blocka.
All that work could be going down the drain right now, Cola. Jack getting the wall break, getting a positive bonus of his own. Just like that, we're right back to neutral. RC War. SQ comes out on top and gets the first round.
Reminder that SQ needs to win twice to make it nice. Jack only needs one in terms of sets to get it done. So, more work here for SQ. You mentioned it's harder to fight Jack when you have more time for him to fight and acclimate to what you want to do. However, SQ has shown a lot of good things in terms of what to do on defense, how to defeat your defense as well. We're up in the corner right now. Defense is going to be tested. Headache is about to happen. The dust blocked up. I like that. Immediate stand block. The dash up throw right after, though. Reload, dust, burst to avoid the shots of the block. 5K away that clone. But you see Jack just retreating. Like, it's no longer one of those things where you take a trade or whatever, or hit them trying to hit you. It's to advance up in the corner, but that's not where you want to be right now. Not your hood.
Yeah, but the super here is going to be able to break the wall. Hard knockdown scenario once again for SQ. Needs this round, needs to start off this set strong.
RC, maybe try to go for the throw. Wait!
Ooh, low altitude air throw, straight into a grounded throw. SQ takes game number one.
That explosion has been a big key into locking people down, jail no bail, and not letting them leave. Very fantastic stuff from SQ, but that's only the first game we've seen again. Jack is a robot, will acclimate, deliberate, and just configure based on what you have done, what you've given him in terms of data. Can SQ rotate these options so much that Jack cannot get a handle before all this ends? Oh, I don't know.
Let's go into it, though. Jack has plenty of time to adapt, though, right? And that's what makes him so dangerous. His level of adaptation and, of course, his defense that we constantly praise. But now his defense is getting put to the test here in the corner. Beautiful back throw. He's passing in flying colors at the moment.
Hold on now. Soft like millionaire. Goes in the super. Why didn't he go in the super immediately? Oh, it doesn't matter. Still able to get the follow-up right after. A-OK, Jack. In the super to get the wall break. Seeing the pressure right after. Does not want to have to let off the gas right now. It definitely makes sense. SQ on the back foot. We praise her defense too as well in different ways, but right now she got opened up like a book.
Oh, with the wall splat, shot through the glass. Oh, trying to go for the far slash there, but the sucker punch 6S gets the burst out of SQ.
Yeah, dash up. He's like, if this gun ain't working, at least fist will. Nice air there. Close slash, YRC. Goes the close slash over the throw. We'll get the side switch off the roll, though. That's been a big point of Jack, and I feel like he's maybe have to rotate a little bit more of the defensive options, so he'll go for that roll a little more consistently. Is it nice and early in the set?
The YRC, SQ, though, no meter, no defensive resources other than a deflect shield, and you're just going to get chipped out here.
One touch.
Jack could literally just shoot. Yep, and there we go. Unfortunate. Jack getting another game here. Man, he really is the Demon King. He's got the horns and the crown.
Who can take him down? SQ. Today, I feel like it's got to be you. We can't let this guy go anymore.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that the tournaments that Jack lost, that he entered, he was sent to losers before Grand Finals, right?
Okay.
It feels like when he is in Grand Finals, it's like Thanos with the gauntlet, bro. Like, how do you take him down? It's so difficult.
And it's harder.
You need to bring a whole army with you to take this guy down.
It's true, and it's also because like the gauntlet only has one gym, and then he adds another gym. It's just all with the roll, right? That helps him get outside the corner. He's gonna start adding more and more. How do you fight that?
First, you need to figure out how to escape from the corner here. SQ locked down. The 2K was nice, but the 2D is just a little too short on Ram.
Unfortunate. That could have been so much more. Like a knockdown scenario to either leave the corner, force him on the burst out, force to use bar, gets hit with the counter instead. Reload in between the string. Get that wall pin, yes, sir.
And all that was with no focus, too, so he couldn't even pull out the gun.
But that's like the routing that you have to have as like a high-level heavy chaos player. Like, if I don't have this, my routing has to be this so I can switch it off and then get the wall pin situation, break, get my focus back. Jack, up around now, totality.
The thing is, depending on the matchup, too, if Jack's feeling comfortable, you'll see him treat the focus gauge almost like the Eddie gauge. He's fine to just spend it. Get rid of it, and then run more offense, especially if he has 50 meters.
Right,
he'll either run more offense. If he can score a hit, he'll go ahead and just spend the RC. But if he can't, then he'll do super focus on blocks.
Flexibility, this cat, bro, is something else. He's got a lot of bar to work with at the bottom. Yeah, burst, too high to fly. I can feel the frustration from that burst. But what are you going to do at that point? Like, if you hold the damage, you die. If you burst, he's probably going to bait it out, and then you die. Jack's like, choose your own adventure.
It's a lose-lose scenario. And just like this, though, Jack, one game away. from once again taking another TNS, the TNS before CEO Taku. And I don't even think he's going to add CEO Taku.
Can we get this guy a sponsor?
I'm surprised Jack doesn't have a sponsor, bro.
I want to see you just ruin people's day offline at a tournament, especially when it's an Arc Revo tournament. But he's looking to ruin the day of SQ. Now, the biggest problem here is, I feel, is the switch up in offense and defense.
Does Jack want to join TNS?
Like,
yo, TNS Jack? Y'all heard that?
Saw the wins. He was like, try to be TNS, Jack. Like, what's good? Like, TampaNeverSleeps, Jack?
Shoot a DM, Jack.
Because
Jack
honestly,
even have a Twitter, bro?
I don't know.
How do we get in touch with this man?
He's too focused on the fights. He's probably like up in a cave somewhere. Just nothing but focus on playing Happy Chaos and Guilty Gear.
I mean, I believe it, bro. He is so dominating. What a crazy performance for game number 1. And a huge shout out to Zarin as well, our redemption bracket champion, as we jump into what could be the last match in Grand Finals.
Jack has it his way. It will be. Okay, so more bar spent from the side of Burst here from SQ, using it for the Wild Assault just to get that push. But it wasn't an open that gains any damage. It does pull up the risk and immediate 2P. How are the timings so clean from Jack? And the roll, the side switch.
It's that defense we talk about all the time. Oh, 2P once again coming through, able to get the connection, and it's going to score a wall break off of this one. Got the stink gas on.
Shot, reload. Dash up this time. SQ trying to call it out. Now you see dash box from Jack, stealing SQ's work in terms of defense, word for word, bar for bar. Dash up and block, especially that bar slash.
And it's just so strong when your opponent is so willing to actually press on you running up. That dash up block is a powerful tool. But right now, SQ with a powerful tool called Mortabato taking the round.
Let's read it back. Okay. Staving up that set point. That tournament point could have been. It could have been. Jump K starter, close slash, burst. Power from the side of Jack. It's so wily when Jack wants to go in after a burst, but now SQ reading the timing properly. Most people get caught off guard. He's going to dash in, or if he just holds back from the shot on the block. Switch in, dash up, goes for the explosion, get the throw right after. RC, perfect victory incoming.
And we're going to game 5 with a perfect, like you mentioned, from SQ. Can she do it? Can she take Jack down to the reset?
Do you see how she has to expend bursts to put him in the corner to put the pressure on, and then try to layer on so much that he can't roll out? And even like that sequence where she kind of layered on the offense where the boulder was out, that's an area he probably can't roll, or at least if he attempts to roll, he might get able like a 5P or a far slash if he tries to, and it's an immediate counter hit. So she has to set up in that way and start early and start often to prevent Jack from doing anything. But how sustainable is that game plan, though?
I mean, we'll have to find out here. Spending a little bit of her own burst to try and be aggressive with a Wild Assault. Part of me feels like against Jack, spending your burst for Wild Assault is like a fool's errand, right? You want to save it to make sure you can kind of reset back to neutral so he can't put you through the wall just like this.
True. He's spinning for offense, he's spinning for defense. Some of that's just on the wiles and whims of what Jack wants to do. He got the side switch there. YRC right back at him to eliminate the sword. Burst. Nobody wants to be in the corner, and it definitely makes sense considering what characters are on the screen.
Man, look at this harassment. And just like you mentioned earlier, too, staying outside of that roll range, right? Very important here for SQ. Oh, no. YRC just gets blocked and stuffed. And Jack's going to get tournament points.
It goes it out. All that momentum. Again, you see a lot of aggressive and active starts from the side of SQ. You have to do so with this cat. Not even just Happy Chaos, when this cat is playing. Roll through, be able to get the side switch.
Look at this pull. There is no meter to save SQ here. Going to be getting burst back in this round. Actually, right now, getting sent through the wall. But that might be her last get out of jail free card.
Could be. Jack has it his way.
You know, got to be careful not to roll snake eyes.
Do it. What's in? 5K explosion with the extension. Burst. Gives him some distance to work the way he wants to. He's got bar to utilize. 2D doesn't go for anything right after. Maybe thinking a gun whip was coming, but still SQ able to answer back with a reversal jab. IB.
Huge pickup. Only has one sword, so you got to go for the Mortabato. Hard knockdown scenario, 100 meter here on Jack's side.
Dash up dust with explosion right after. Either we get a reset or the night ends right now. Jack and SQ And again, you see her going for that wild assault to get that wall pin situation or get the wall distance situation. Gets the pickup with a close slash. The super's there.
Oh my god. Not only that, but taking a little bit of that burst away from Jack in the process too, right? Can Jack weather this storm? There's a throw. No RC on it. Jack has one burst left. We might be going to a reset here.
That bar, there's no way. There's no way. How do you come back from this if you're Jack? 6H, swords in situation, explosion. The risk gauge is so cranked. This is SQ's game to win, even with this burst at this distance.
He just had to burst to release the pressure valve, right? You couldn't block forever. And with that, SQ is gonna get the reset.
There it is. SQ fighting back, hearing the chant of the chat. Fight, fight, one more, one more.
One more set here for SQ.
Listen, there's some nasty son of a guns though. That are in the back, like, let's go, Jack. I want to see chaos.
Hurry up, SQ. I got to work at 6 a.m.
Listen, I haven't been asleep all day. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. I don't care, bro. Doesn't matter either which way.
Right, burst early on there from SQ. Normally, SQ has been getting the first blood in a lot of these rounds. This is the first time Jack has gotten a solid hit in to kick things off.
I like the initiation of being like, okay, I cannot deal with the pressure that happens up in the corner. I lose half my health. Once she finally opens me up, I can't be there.
6P just going a little too low to the ground there. Jack able to get to the other side, goes for the slump in to the Deus Ex Machina.
All right. One for Jack. Or get juiced up here real quick. The dash up, 2K2D, gun whip. Think about it. Take a second. Blah!
Shoot him up.
No interaction. One thing is, you can think, do what you want to do. Do I want to dash up? Do I want to hold back a little bit? When you've got that bar to work with, when you've got a lot of shots in the chamber, you're cooling.
Oh my god, the counter hit there on the Wild Assault. This is actually a huge win for SQ. Burst from Jack immediately. I like just setting the sword. If it's backs up against the wall, right, you can set it full screen. Unfortunately, not panning out the way that SQ was expecting. Caught on the tech off, too. Even extra damage, extra credit for Jack. Shoot him up.
That was nasty. Waiting for the one.
Hit him up. Line him up.
All right. It's too late for me. I should know this. It's in my DNA to do it, you know. But anyway.
I was listening to it today, too.
Oh, the culture. I appreciate that. Probably seasoning the food. Super. Oh, hell yeah, okay.
Dash in for the throw. 5D is going to get blocked this time. That was a ballsy YRC considering that SQ was walking backwards.
That was like the intention like to possibly block in like that one moment she didn't. She could have died. Oh, you see her try to backdash to avoid some sort of roll scenario. Didn't really happen there. IB backdash, try to FD. The dash up, try to FD. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the double Goomba Stomp into the taco here on Tuesday. Going to be able to close out game number 1 in the reset.
So I wonder if that's like kind of like the way to play around the dash up FD. It's the Goomba Stomp. Because like now we're seeing like if she does go for like a reversal, but like 5P or maybe 6P, whatever it may be, like the Goomba Stomp will catch that and get a little nice little counter hit combo.
It's even better now too, because now it actually launches, which is crazy.
So now that dash up FD.
Why does it launch, bro? Are his feet sticky? Pulls you up with them?
Hey yo. All
right, there's the burst.
Epic chaos. Dash up counter hit, starter. Come at the wall. Think about it, the super, or you got the bar juiced up for that 50%. Spend it here to get more. Cash in, cash out.
Nice reactions there with a throw on the roll through. Able to catch the backdash with the JS as well.
Stagger every so often. YRC in between the gap, dash up back throw. Okay, dust, open them up. Find the finish, Jack. Okay, round up now. It's starting to fall away from SQ. Not too far, but it's definitely starting to fall even more so as this round goes on. And now Jack trying to initiate what the gamers take. The 6P reaches. SQ going for a little bit more of a riskier button than usually 5P that you see for like an anti with a dash up or like a 2K.
A throw from Jack. And this is what we were talking about earlier, Cola. The fact that if you have Jack, if you give Jack 2 sets, you're giving him even more time to adapt and adaptation is one of the strongest parts of his entire toolkit.
Giving this man data. Slumdog Millionaire, into the super, because he's still right there.
Light him up. Hard knockdown scenario. Just blocks the Mortabato and is able to punish it as well with the bar slash. Jack up 2-0 in the reset.
The dash up block, that has been something that SQ has been doing this entire god dang day. And what does Jack do to finish off that round? Dash up block. I can do that too. I'm gonna take your bar, your health, the
Your
kids, the
money too.
keys, everything. I'm taking your house. Give me that. I want all that. Final game again for Jack, but we've seen SQ able to route it back. But last time, SQ had some games.
SQ did have some games, but not this time. Now it's all on SQ. She has to take Jack down reverse 3-0. She's going to need a lot of power here.
With the far slash wants to initiate. That's been like the name of the game. If I can initiate, then I get my pressure on. Without Wild Assault, get that corner push now, even worse. No defense because there's no burst now.
You also got to consider too, Cola, maybe the gas has run out. She did get sent to losers before top 48.
That's true, you're
so
right.
Had to fight the long way to get here.
2P, try to get the dust. Blocked out. SQ, 6-8 sorts in. Backdash, perfectly done from the explosion. And not even in range for a dash up throw. SQ, unfortunately, not able to find what they need. 5K burst in play, though, to avoid anything that would have been a wall situation. Do not be there.
Oh, double JH. Interesting approach. Oh, YRC comes out. Jack immediately trying to turn the tides. Great throw tech there from SQ. Still sharp as ever. Even this deep into the bracket, this many sets into the bracket.
Explosion, IB every so often. You see the switch up in terms of defense, but dust comes through. And SQ finally gets to the defense that we've seen from Jack, who has been blocking and being able to jump out, roll out, whatever it may be up in the corner.
Only issue there, she didn't have the meter to go for the hard knockdown.
You're right, that would have been so much better right now because you're leaving this cat alive. Does that bar to work with, though? Oh, 2S into the stake. Jack's switch up is ridiculous.
Oh, sword toss. That's going to push further to the corner. Another one. Into the throw. There's a round.
Now, I like that he went for 2S into the stank.
Yeah.
You know, didn't have the bullets to work with, but SQ with the chase on right after that kind of saw what they were doing and what they didn't have. And then it got aggressive. That's the thing, you know, it's like the base level fighting Happy Chaos. They have no resources, go in. That is your time to go in. Obviously, there are good Happy Chaos players like Jack that can fight the CQC, but not all the time.
D. Let's go for the taco into the throw. Well, it's all CQC right now, Cola. Sent through the wall, back to mid-screen. No knockdown for Jack. SQ still has a very strong opportunity here. The life totals are not that far off.
Back that shot didn't really matter. The back throw happens. RC to get the air-to-air, the explosion pickup. SQ, that was sick. We better finish it. Well, can't. Didn't have the bar.
Oh, and the challenge back. SQ has a point on the board.
Oh, they are scrapping. Nobody wants to go home sad. No one wants to go to bed mad at all. It may be late for some of you, but SQ, no. Not even close. For some players, like, yeah, they might get exhausted as they play or get even tired, you know, as they go on. So making gets a little laggier or whatever it may be. But SQ, we've known her to grind out sets continuously, even in like a tournament sort of setting, right? She's been in grand finals before. She's won tournaments before. She's been in even worse situations than this. But she's got to be able to bring it back to be able to take down the villain of TNS.
Immediate burst. Into the mortal counter 5H. Just like that, Jack bursts back. We're back to square one once again.
Slash dust. Gets follow up because they had the gunshots. More ammo. Getting spin right now. Get a full stick of butter back in their hands. Oki and shots in the gun. You see that silent little wait? Was that necessary, bro? There was no burst.
Just making sure to practice for later.
You're right.
5D is going to be blocked. Nice backdash. SQ just trying to disengage, but you can't disengage when the gun is locked on you. This bro's playing Time Crisis.
This is Crisis up in the corner. What an IB against that downward BRC, however. So caught up in the corner, the dust, burst, expended. You have to get aggressive at this point. You caught up in the corner. There's no way you survive against Jack. push him against the west side. Take a trip, 5K explosion and play close slash. It is super, my turn to party.
This is a big life lead now for SQ. Just has to find that last touch. Even a throw will be able to do it if you RC afterwards.
Does the close slash. SQ's not done. She's fighting. Trying to give us a final game of the tournament. As you mentioned, we've had a lot of 3-2s, 3-2s. We might get one more depending on how SQ plays right now.
We'll have to see. I mean, SQ doesn't have burst going into this round. Jack does. And Jack, not only that, is going to get a substantial life lead here with a super on top of it for the knockdown. This is dire straits for SQ.
Can she survive enough for like a burst? I don't know. Up in the corner, the dust.
Last opportunity for her to burst. Doesn't get the chance, but is still going to stay alive here.
SQ's game to lose right now. The dash canceled, burst expended, but with no health to play with, just gets hit with a dash up 5P, and that's going to be victory for the side of Jack. Once again, the villain reigns supreme.